What's good, Royal Family? We got Inky in the building today. We're going to go over a couple of things. First, before we get started, we're going to listen to this song by Dr. Inky.
Off rip. Off rip. Just gonna let these bars go. Huh? When I say I do it for the culture, I'm that nigga. No bids. On the run eating. Raising your kids, raising mine too to shine through the bullshit that blind you. Your wife be a dime too, you better pay her attention before I do. I'm just saying, while you in the studio trying to be a street boss, I might pull up on your lady with some books and some sea moss. Give her some dictation, she unmastered, ain't no levels yet. And I'm a great teacher, she gonna take notes like a treble clef. I give street niggas some conscious niggas some street. They teach them all how to eat, all on one beat. Get it? They working in unity now. The God of entendres, there's nothing they could do with me now. The God that y'all sponsored to rep the community now. We got chemistry fluidly now. It's cool to be cool with me now. You a new jack, my blade sharp, I wield it greatly. How is Johnny come lately qualified to rate me or hate me in attempts to debate me? Disrespect won't persuade me. When they come to this, I'm Jay-Z. Data transmission, Bill Gatesy. Ain't no tricks, you still lazy. I'm up before the roosters. Calming down shooters, rolling Buddhas with boosters. I'm with social media comedians, doing media. I'm like Eddie Murphy Raw, preaching the encyclopedia. This gon' hit like the media. Architect laid the blueprint. It's nothing you could do, pimp. I'm posted like the newsprint. Read it and weep. You was fleecing the sheep. I'm the goat that eat wolves. You nutrition in me. My electromagnetic signature is brilliant to see. Sound becoming light is religion in me. A vision to see. Ain't no poor righteous teacher shit. We get money quick as the street. Fuck you think is going on, boy? My kids gotta eat. We was flipping thoughts when you didn't know nothing. Way before tax set the tone with Joe Budden. I was the first nigga on HOK with 100 plus. 1,000, my nigga. It's nothing to discuss. You fuck with police, you won't get another chance to jerk me. I've been bubbling for a viral breakthrough like herpes. Yeah, past the corona, school of hard knocks diploma. We don't see eye to eye. You a worker, I'm a owner. You a house nigga. I'm not even in the field, I'm free. You have no idea how it feels to be me. I get paid to think. You can't tell me nothing, partner. Information change. Your Bitcoin is my big dollar. Your whole platform look like niggas going wild. Dodging bars like niggas blowing trial.
All right, y'all. Okay, hold on, let me stop this. I am, cam up ready and things like that, y'all. But it's raining cats and dogs here, okay? So I might have to cam down, at certain times or whatever. But I wanted to go over some things. I do have an edit that I have made and put together. It's an hour and 28 minutes. I'm not gonna hold Inky up for that though, but I did just want to go over some things and let him have an opportunity to speak as well. Some of you guys may know that Saneter had tried to use a old oh, he left. I don't know if he had his bad connection or what. I wonder if it's raining there too. But actually he has the link. Um so there's that. But Saneter had recently did a live stream where he had made a lot of accusations, tried to use a chick's, one of my stalkers videos and all that, right? And it was pure lies, pure bullshit. There was not a lot of other lies in there about other people. Anyway, Saneter had took it down. But recently, Saneter had was talking about how Inky, um was, advocating or whatever for Dr. York and this, that, and the fifth. And I want you guys to know that Inky did do a live stream with Malik, the guy that was in the video, that Saneter had an issue with, and it was a great build. I'm going to share that link here. So I just I don't need you to be here long, Inky. I know that you have children and you have a business that you're running. And at some point in time, I need to go get the books because I do have both of your book 1 and 2. I should have grabbed them, but the storm child had threw my internet off, and so we're here or whatever. But
So good.
anything that you want to state before we get started really quick?
Nah, I'm definitely trying to see this whole edit though. I seen that little
Okay,
sneak
you can
peek
chill with me.
had me rolling. I was cracking up. So I'm definitely gonna try to
Oh,
see
you
this
saw
whole
the
thing.
shorter version that I sent you?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
That was
okay.
epic. That was epic.
Yes,
So
I
it's
agree.
yeah.
You guys are in store for a treat today. So yeah. How did you feel about the build yesterday with Malik and stuff like that? Like I said, I shared the link.
I thought
Like
it was epic. I got hit up. A bunch of people was like, "Yo, sex ed class with Polite and Bambaataa was legendary."
that's a fact. That's a fact.
But I just think the whole, like, that's just a whole block of history / information that I feel like it just was missing from this whole situation. And once again, it's Saneter bringing this about on Saneter. Because had he not replayed the video, that would have been a whole can of worms that never opened. Because once he replays the Malik video, I hit up Malik, but it just refreshes the combo, and that brung me back. I'm like, wait a minute. Is he trying to make it seem like he wasn't actual business partners with Afrika Bambaataa?
I mean, Bambaataa was digging in that bag. I was wondering if he was grabbing condoms and stuff. Like, I mean, he was right there. And Polite was even pointing at him. It's in a little Amazon thing. And if you can't find it, baby, I'll grab it. But
it was a whole
it was very wild. It was definitely very wild.
Yeah. Side tries to, but see, the thing is, he can't really hide from that truth because everybody that used to come to the lectures, after a while, one of the things that excited people to come to the lecture is that you got Afrika Bambaataa and whoever he may bring with him always there. So that became, that began to be like a feature of the lectures. You know what I'm saying? That he was going to be there. So, it's just interesting that how Saneter likes to try to make it seem like, after the dirt is already done, he get to move away from said individuals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is crazy.
Like nothing happened. And I don't know if you know, but recently somebody in the ISUPK was exposed for allegedly being a child molester. Now, I haven't seen any paperwork or whatever. I literally just found out about this. But allegedly, General Yahana is on the same type of time as all these other predators. And it was a boy. Okay, with that said, Royal Family, I want you guys to check out these 2 books by Dr. Enki. He definitely went in. I started reading a little bit of this one. You got to start with book 1, and then I will hit up book 2. But right there, make sure you check out these books because, man, it seems like also, I had sent you a clip of the guy Real G's. And I want you to give your, take on it because I was a little messy with mine's, and mine's is in the end of the whole edit. I wasn't able to send you the whole edit because it wasn't uploaded yet, but now it is. So, you know, he recently did a video called "I'm Dying and Nobody Can Hear Me" or something like that. You want to weigh in a little bit? Maybe you don't have to. You did a video speaking about it.
No. When you got the when we get to it, it's in your it's in your
ready for the edit?
Hell yeah.
You ready for the edit? All right, let's go. Let's go, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Okay, please, period. And let's get to it. Huh?
I said niggas got snacks and everything ready.
Right, snacks,
I'm at the movies. I'm at the movies.
Get your blunt rolled, okay? Get your blunt rolled. Right, facts. Period. But anyway, let's get into this edit, y'all. I'm gonna cam down so it runs more effectively as well. Let's go. And Enki, just tell me when to stop if you need me to.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite, because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite has not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have a member
standard?
in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all already.
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict come, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing. Even though I've explained the position dozens of times, how many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it, it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support what
remains the same?
Guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also.
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though. Right,
brother. You said if the brother come on my channel, you done. Wait. And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
After this whole Polite case go on, and when this shit is over with, I want to see all you niggas. Listen to me good, y'all. Rob on, Garfield, all y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to see all you niggas, cause I'm gonna be pulling up some reports of molestation in Harlem, in the Bronx, some fresh ones that just went on. I want to see y'all stand up and fight. Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew niggas, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews' channel. Don't forget the mighty Hebrew, the bald head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child. Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Everybody, hold on for a minute. Right. Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother. First thing I want to let the people know, I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fight, and brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
Are you accused of molesting your wife's niece, who is your niece through marriage?
I have no recollection of that. You would have to inform me of what you're talking about. I have no recollection of that.
Okay, I will be able to one day. So I have my third question. Captain Desariat, do you have a homie that's in prison right now for child molestation that you support financially?
Yes.
But I thought you were against child molestation and those that are molesters to children.
against child molestation and those that molest children.
So why are you supporting this person, but you speak ill against others that have a love for people that have been just accused of child molestation?
Okay, I'll answer your question very easily. When I was at both cases of both trials, the evidence that they had, they gave the brother a lie detector test, which he passed. They tested.
First of all, a lie detector test is not admissible to court. You cannot. That is not gonna just exonerate you.
The sister for the young girl, rather her hymen was broke because he was accused of molesting her. Her hymen.
Now, hymens, we know what a hymen is, right? But a girl can be molested without her hymen being broke. See, it looks like Captain Tazariak got to do some research over here.
Hymen was not broke. A hymen, for those that don't know, a hymen is something that they use to test to see if the woman's or the child's virginity has been broken or anything like that. There was information that she said that she gave, which she then retracted. So the first case that they did was thrown out. The second case, they did not want to answer to. The jury was hung on it, and the judge did not want to release them until they came up with an answer, and then they came up with a guilty verdict. So from observing the case...
I mean, that's what usually happens in court cases, though. The judge does not let them go, the jury.
If he was guilty of the crime, I would in no way support the brother. But from the evidence of the case, from the testimonies of him as well as the individuals involved, he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty.
Now, just say that was your friend. Now, this is like Sista Freedom or some, mammy-ass chick over there on Saneter's platform that's talking to Tazariak, but also she's a supporter of Dr. Malachi Z. York, and we've already looked into that. So, listen to the rest of this.
Wow, so he was not guilty, even though he was found guilty, but you speak ill against someone.
What'd you say, Enki?
No, I just wanted to say to your earlier point about the with Tazariak, where you were basically trying to give Tazariak the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And say that he might not know, blah, 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 and this and that. But there is no benefit of the doubt. This is the he's too smart to not know that the hymen thing is just a myth. That's not a real thing. That's not a real thing. The hymen, a woman can have sex, a young girl can have sexual intercourse and not break her hymen at all. For
right.
years.
And a young girl can also be touched down there and her hymen not be broke.
Correct. She could be touched and not be penetrated and still be molested. Like, you don't got to be penetrated to be molested. But what I'm saying is I'm going as far as to say that it doesn't even matter if penetration takes place or not, because penetration doesn't always break a girl's hymen. So that's why that doesn't really matter in court to say, well, her hymen's not broken. So what? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't stop molestation and it doesn't stop sexual intercourse. That's what I'm saying is that's a totally made up non-factor right there. That's just a thing to say if you're trying to defend or make people feel like it's okay to, because that's what this conversation is. Him supporting his friend or his, religious associate or whatever the case, and not, bashing Saneter for supporting Polite the way he support Polite. So that's what they're trying to do, is defend. So that's where it's really getting messy over there too, because you got folks that are pedophiles saying don't support.
Exactly. And then
it's messy as hell over there.
General Yohana comes out of the ISUPK, and where is Tazariak from? The ISUPK. So if he's already got somebody else that's locked up that he's supporting with his cash apps from YouTube or however, and he literally supports this man, and then you got others. Now, again, I didn't see no paperwork on that, so it's alleged.
The others, like Yohana allegedly molested a boy?
Yeah, and then also there was a stream of text messages that were put out, and what they allegedly, it was like they repented for the molest, all the other people or whatever that were being called
Wait, was
out.
those Captain Tazariak text messages?
No, I don't think so. I really was
no. Because wait. Remember, hold on. You remember when Polite and Saneter paid Tazariak's wife, and she did the interview, and she said that he was into some other shit too.
I mean, and then the woman just asked a question about Tazariak. Did he touch his child? You brought up battle.
I don't remember exactly what was all on that call, but it was crazy. They did it. They played it live. Saneter and Polite paid Captain Tazariak's wife, his ex-wife anyway, and she spilled the beans on, all kind of, other information that, yeah. I'm just wondering how Captain Tazariak and Saneter got to be tight after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how Captain Tazariak went back after that. You know what I'm saying?
And obviously this was recently because...
Oh, this was recent?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something totally different then.
The portion earlier where Saneter called in, Saneter had stated, you said that you wasn't messing with me no more. I'm paraphrasing, but you said he wasn't messing with me no more if I did an interview on Polite. And he was like, I can't, you got me there or whatever he basically said. You know what I'm saying? So that portion was recent. I don't know about this clip right here when this came out, but yeah, there's Sista Freedom, I think her name is. She's the one talking to him, and she's advocating. Her issue with Captain Tazariak is that he don't, understand or give, leeway to York, but he supports predators. Saneter's was, Captain Tazariak supports predators, but not Brother Polite. Like, why is that the talking point?
Because that's the thing that they all have in common.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yo, that shit is crazy. And listen, when I start telling people about the sexual deviant behavior in the conscious community, they all thought I was making this shit up. It's just like the further you go, the more you find out.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Let's get back into this edit, though.
Someone else that is not guilty, but they say he was guilty. So I have a question. This brother that you support, does he have children?
Yes.
And if so, do you ever say to those children, you have a father that's a child molester?
No, I don't.
Well, why do you do that to others that have a love for Dr. Malachi B. York Ill and cause his children of him a quote-unquote so-called child molester?
Let's not forget the mighty Hebrew nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews' channel. Don't forget, the mighty Hebrew, the bald-head nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child. He came home and they violated him again because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child. Everybody, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Right. Time out, everybody. Time out. Let me say this real quick while you getting your pictures up there, brother. First thing I want to let the people know, I love my brother, the mighty Hebrew. Me and Hebrew, we go through our little beefs and fighting. Brothers fight. The mighty Hebrew knows me personally. I know him. I know his family. He stayed at my house a few times. Him, his family, his children.
He stayed at your house
a few times.
A few times. After you just said he went to jail for violating kids twice. That not only you a pedophile supporter, you a pedophile A and B.
Sheltering. You're sheltering.
You're a shelter. You giving pedophiles the shelter and food and board. Wow.
Yeah,
little Dr. York, don't make me do it.
Hold on, yeah, we need a little quick little powwow. We might need to.
Got you.
We might need a little quick.
I knew you was probably gonna want me to stop it there. So right there, we heard that Saneter first put out Mighty Hebrew as a predator, said that he had knowledge of it and stuff like that, and then stated in the next clip that, you know, him and Mighty Hebrew are good, and Mighty Hebrew sleeps at his house.
On multiple occasions, plenty of times.
Yep.
So you just, you know, it's the elephant sitting in the room. You like, bro, you have children, and you also have convicted, you know, molesters spending the night.
And then there is talk that Saneter's son is alternative lifestyle. So I'm wondering, you know, he's not the only one that slept over there, Mighty Hebrew. So I'm wondering if because Saneter opened his home,
wow. Let's go back to the video. Let's go back to the video. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's go.
That's crazy.
Hey, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. It was insinuated by Saneter when he referred to him as little York. Now, I heard from another source. This wasn't from Saneter, but I heard from another source that that is actually true.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York, I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga.
That is actually true. What they speaking of about, you know, this relationship with his supposed daughter. You know what I'm saying? Some, you know, I get a couple calls, a couple emails. When I'm in New York, people talk. And I heard from a couple of people that he even almost got caught in the back seat with her. You know what I'm saying? He almost got caught on a statutory charge. They was in the back seat getting it in. Got caught by the police. I'm gonna put it out there, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been knew this, but I ain't know all the facts on it, so I'm gonna just keep it, you know. Yeah, it was a rumor floating around, you know what I'm saying? That he was in the back seat getting it in with the young John, and he almost got hit up with the statutory charge. Let the mud sling, motherfucker. Y'all want to sling mud? Let's sling this shit, because there's even more shit.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
But since we throwing shit out there, I want him to address that rumor. You know what I'm saying? Him up in the backseat with that damn minor. He almost got that statutory.
At one point he said, "Oh, you know that girl, she's no longer my niece through marriage or my wife's niece through marriage." So apparently there must have been some divorce, and I think he knows that it's so horrible for him to talk about that situation. The girl, the 14-year-old girl, well, you know what I'm saying, she was like 14 or 15, but I think he said 14, and she ran off with Polite because she was in love with him, and he only talked about it when he had money problems, which shows that, you know, the dude, he didn't care about this. If he cared about that person, because there's some other video where he says, "Oh, well, you know, I can't really talk about it because she's family, but he had no problem calling his sister, I mean, her sister, the girl's sister, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, when he had money problems, that's when he talked about it.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
Let's not forget the Mighty Hebrew, nigga, who you get constantly on your channel, who's on all the Hebrews' channel. Don't forget the Mighty Hebrew, the baldhead nigga, been already incarcerated in prison for molesting a young child.
That's that
he
coke
came
face.
home and they violated him again.
What'd you say?
That's that coke face. He got the hot, sweaty coke face.
I noticed that when he turns into Filthy Frankie, he like his whole demeanor changes, and I wonder if that's when he's fuck.
You can see it. You can see it. He's not Saneter in those moments. He's really two people.
Yeah, facts. Big facts.
Because the nigga was trying to fuck with another child.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York, I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. See, what it is you think I'm by myself, and you can just roll up and do what the fuck you want to me. That's what you thinking.
Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Try it. Try it. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. You hear me? See, what it is you think I'm by myself and you can just roll up and do what the fuck you want to me. That's what you thinking.
Got your address, I got your name associated with all that, bitch. I got a fucking hell of a team.
Try it. Try it. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. You hear me? Polite, you's a lying bitch. Polite, you's a lying bitch. Polite, you's a lying bitch. Let me see what this clown ass nigga got to say. Let me see what this clown ass nigga got to say.
All the community got to do, anybody that follows this creep, I ain't mentioning his name. I don't need to mention nobody's name. But you follow the creep over 50 years old, all the community got to do, anybody that follows this creep, I ain't mentioning his name. I don't need to mention nobody's name. But you follow the creep over 50 years old. You want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Oh man, you over 50 years old and you want to play a young man's game. I know what my narrative is. I'm too smart to be broke. That's my narrative. That's my narrative. That's not theirs. That's mine.
I know what my narrative is. I'm too smart to be broke. That's my narrative. That's my narrative. That's not theirs. That's mine.
I know what my narrative is. I'm too smart to be broke. That's my narrative. That's my narrative. That's not theirs. That's mine. And I haven't seen somebody that's at eye level with me and what I do day to day, who I rub shoulders with day to day. I haven't seen them doing no videos on me. You know why? Because I have a life and I'm happy with my life. And when you're happy with your life, you don't take risks like that.
Who I rub shoulders with day to day. I haven't seen them doing no videos on me. You know why? Because I have a life and I'm happy with my life. And when you're happy with your life, you don't take risks like that.
Who I rub shoulders with day to day. I haven't seen them doing no videos on me. You know why? Because I have a life and I'm happy with my life. And when you're happy with your life, you don't take risks like that. You know, you take a risk every time you push the envelope so much that when you see I'm not responding, now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives?
Now, I want to stop it right there because he said he doesn't take risks like that, but he took a hell of a risk getting 6 semen stains on that little girl that he's currently going to court for now. Court is in about, 26 days, you know? And it's about to go down.
Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives?
Now you want to talk about my children? You want to talk about my wives? Oh man, you over 50 years old. And you want to play a young man's game. You want to play a young man's game. And somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me. Bro, I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community.
You want to play a young man's game. And somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me. Bro, I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community.
You want to play a young man's game. And somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me. Bro, I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community. I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community. And if how many times has the community seen you betray me?
I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community.
I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community. And if how many times has the community seen you betray me? You think that each time you betray me, you come back, you think I'll start collecting data?
Wait, hold up.
Okay.
I need you to rewind that back to 13. Yeah, right around there. Hold on. Wait. Before you let it go.
I got some heat for these niggas today, boy.
This is the end. I need this little. I'm gonna have to get this clip after this is over. I'm gonna have to get this clip.
You got the link, so you just screen record it.
That right there ends Saneter's whole conversation. Because I could say, Saneter, you the closest to Polite. And Saneter responds and says, no, Inky, you the closest to Polite. Polite.
Just
grand opening, grand closing.
Because he just stated that he knows all this information on him and everything. They definitely closer.
Yo,
he does keep trying to throw you in there like you and Polite went swimming last weekend or to the club or anything like that. But he's been around Polite more in the last 6 years than you have. You haven't been running around with Polite.
Certified fact. And this clip right here is priceless. Polite say clearly, I'm the closest person to you, Saneter, in the whole community.
In the whole community.
Wow.
He also said that because he hasn't responded to Saneter started going at his kids and his wives. Now we know that Saneter does that. I don't know. He did that to me, you know, and he likes to play that card. He's played on several people's children. I can't remember her name, but last time when all this was going on, he was in there, you know, talking about the woman because she got a baby with a white man or babies with a white man. He literally talked about her kids. And then in the clip with Napasha Da, where she had outed him recently, not even a month ago, she said that he was going at 3-year-old little kids or talking negative about 3-year-old little kids. What could a 3-year-old child do to Saneter that he would need to disrespect them? Or any child that he has went after or whatever. And he does this on his live stream. Then often he'll take it down.
Listen, that's why that's a large part of the conversation takeaway from book 2, because the second book is largely about mental health, and we have serious issues in our community with mental health. It's no other way around that. That's just clearly, you know, you can catch people that are online often in awkward situations. You know, you can catch them losing their temper or this or that. But when you see a consistent pattern of behavior, of things that you just can't answer and you can't even find logic for, yeah, it's clearly.
I mean, both also in this clip state that they have information on the other person, and if they spoke about it, the other could get in trouble. Polite said it earlier, right? I think I don't know where we're at as far as the timestamp and what he's gonna say next. I know where he's going with it, but he did say that you think that I didn't, you know, when I seen you folding on me, paraphrasing, right? Before, you think I didn't start collecting data? And then Saneter's gonna say, I got data on you.
Oh my God.
So is that why Saneter keeps riding with Polite? Because
remember,
if he turns on Polite, because if he turns on Polite before Polite goes to jail and Polite is able to put that information out, that would be a problem to Saneter.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it could be problematic for a lot of people if Polite goes to trial. So this is a reason why you would take a plea deal in a situation like this to kind of hush things up and keep things quiet. That's why I'm saying it's very interesting.
Or if you wanted to like take a plea because they're offering you that you don't have to register on the sex offenders list, but you are charged with these things, or, you know, whatever they line up, but you don't have to register. That would be something that I feel like Polite would be jumping on, because in my opinion, his attorney has not done much in the case. Got several.
Well, it depends.
60-day continuation.
It depends on how dead to rights. No, it depends on how dead to rights they got you. If they got you just out cold dead to rights, you want to get a good lawyer to delay your case and keep you out while, you know, deliberation is going on. So technically, Dave has done a wonderful job because they done delayed this case as far as they could push it. And, you know, Polite was out on a very low bond this whole time. So I would say he did good.
Yeah, I feel you. Well,
think about it. He got semen on the girl. So
because we don't really know.
If you got semen on the girl, this is you pretty much, you know, it's a wrap. No lawyer is getting you out of this.
Again, we don't know what the plea deal is or if he'll even take the plea deal. He has not officially taken it yet, but you know, I don't know. We gonna see. I'm kind of feeling like they gonna continue it again, goddammit, because that's what they've been doing for 2 years.
No, I think he gotta sit on down. I think he.
Think so? You think this time we're gonna go in there and it's gonna be finito?
I think so. Well, I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
But because he could go on the run. You know what I'm saying? He might already be on the run. you know what I'm saying, and just trying to play it to the last minute to get as far as he could get. He could probably be on the way to meet up with Russell Simmons over there in Bali or wherever he's at. You know what I'm saying?
Child, let's hope not, because I don't know. I've pictured him, you know, in Mexico with a sombrero and a Corona or something. You know, you know what I mean? Something.
But the thing is, I think he already took the plea deal. You know what I'm saying? So
he didn't officially take it in court, but basically he said.
No, they accepted the terms, like the two lawyers agreed on it. So what I'm saying is, once they offer you something, and then you agree to take that, I don't think because like this 60 days that he just had his hot boy summer, that was a part of the agreement that they put together with the plea deal.
But at the end of the day, if he goes to court and he decides that he does not want to take it, they're going to go forward with trial. But in my opinion, that's going to piss the prosecutor off, and it's going to raise questions at least with the judge, if not irritate the judge. If we have the actual judge, not the judge we had last time, but the old white man judge. If we have him again, then I think that because he was already pressing for, okay, let's get the, you know, show on the road. And there were other cases that happened at around the same time as Polite's, like far as the charging, them being arrested, the arraignment starting.
Floyd Mayweather
just wrapping those up.
Floyd Mayweather might get Polite over to what's that city over there? Du Bois, something.
I don't even know. Wow.
Yeah, in India.
Okay, he gonna get them somewhere. He gonna get him somewhere because he definitely involved too. Now I'm gonna be careful with my statements when it comes to Mayweather, but I just gotta put it all together in a video for y'all. But there's a lot of, you know, damaging evidence that points to, you know, Mayweather possibly allegedly being involved in a sex ring or something offline and other things, scamming. We're talking about not just like victimization of children, but scamming and other things, you know, helping Polite.
Listen, Floyd might have Polite over there in Dubai.
You okay? Yeah. I was like Du Bois. I was like, where's that at? But yeah, you might be right though. Like, you want to continue with the edit?
Absolutely.
All right.
Years old, and you want to play a young man's game. You want to play a young man's game, and somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me, bro. I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community.
You want to play a young man's game, and somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me, bro. I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community.
You want to play a young man's game, and somewhere in your brain, you believe, oh, he ain't got nothing on me, bro. I'm the closest to you than anyone else in the community. I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community. And if how many times has the community seen you betray me?
I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community.
I'm closer to you than anybody else in the community. And if how many times has the community seen you betray me? You think that each time you betray me and you come back, you think I don't start collecting data? You think I don't have a level of anticipation for you to do it again?
That each time you betray me and you come back, you think I don't start collecting data?
That each time you betray me and you come back, you think I don't start collecting data? All the community got to do, anybody that follows this creep, I ain't mentioning his name. I don't need to mention.
So he just stated that he got data on Sa, basically dirt on Sa.
Mention nobody's name. There's a whole bunch of creeps now. So I say creep. When I say creep, you're like, which one? But you follow the creep over 50 years old.
He said, which one? So he knows of more creeps in the conscious community.
Only people that stay around you is because you hold the platform over their head, because that's the only way they really can get attention. All right, family, let me calm down. Let me calm the hell down. Because when you're going crazy, you know you lose thought and all of that. Let me calm down. Talking about the finances and nigga, I got the money and I can send somebody to come get you and fuck you, Polite. Ain't nobody scared of you, nigga. I know you's a bitch because I seen the bitch in your eyes. Who you gonna get? You gonna get your Crips, nigga? Who you gonna get? You're not scaring and you're not bullying nobody. Talk about the scamming, nigga. What you mad at? You mad because I came out and denounced your bitch ass? You mad because I came out and told the people that you were scamming? What, I wasn't supposed to say nothing? Huh? You mad at that? Let's deal with one of the things you said, and you lied to the people. I told the people that you are a habitual fucking liar.
I told the people that you are a habitual fucking liar.
I told the people that you are a habitual fucking liar. You gets up there and parade to the people that you bought my car now, that you gave me the money to help buy my car. You lying bitch. This is why I ain't got no respect for you no more. You gets up there telling people that you bought my car, you helped me buy my car. Nah, nigga, what you did was you robbed me. Every goddamn debate we had, you was stealing my money, robbing me, taking the money from the people, talking about he bought my car. Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house.
Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house.
Why do you think you changed crib from crib to crib to crib? Crib from crib to crib to crib. Crib from crib to crib to crib. Crib from crib to crib to crib. It's not yours, polite. You talking to somebody who know you, nigga. And believe me, I got data on you.
And believe me, I got data on you.
And believe me, I got data on you. But see, what you say about me is all good. I don't give a fuck about that. But the shit I got on you is real shit, polite. You don't want to go there. Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house. Every car that the people see you driving, nigga, is rented, polite. Even the goddamn house that you in right now is not your house. What I told you, polite, was just give me 10,000. That's what I told you. That's what I was saying to you. I said, just give me 10,000 back. I don't even care. This is why you didn't even want to show the goddamn books. You didn't show me the books. You didn't show me the receipt. Every time I asked you to let me see the books, you said, I left my computer home. Well, nigga, I want to go home with you. Oh, I'm going, me and Aminette going out. But I know you. Don't forget that. You said I was disloyal to you and dishonest to you. Nigga, you came on my platform, scamming everybody, ripping off everybody. And you ain't give a fuck about me, but I'm disloyal to you?
But I want to deal with something that's been on my heart and mind. And that is these brothers and the sisters ain't flipped on me yet, but it's a couple of sisters. But the brothers, you know, it kind of messed me up sometimes because I show a lot of love and loyalty to my circle, right? For example, Garfield, for one. I never thought Garfield would flip, but Garfield feel that he got enough subscribers from me and he got enough clout from me, so he don't need me no more. And he told me to stop sucking on Polite's peanuts. And so I'm glad he said that, because this whole Polite thing, it makes niggas jump out of character. So Garfield got to feel that he's doing the right thing by, you know, kissing a lot of bunkie, Rob on the people he got over there. But Garfield seemed to forget that I stopped Q Butter from pounding his head in. This is why he didn't want to go to Brooklyn for a couple of years. Who stopped that? I did that. And what I told Garfield was, Garfield, if you come on my channel, I don't want to do no promotions for you. I don't want to do none of that. Remember, I used to do promotions for Garfield. And Garfield used to pay me $300 every 2 weeks to do promotion for him, to come on. And I said, yo, brother, I stopped that. I said, Garfield, I don't want to do it no more. Because people started calling me about Garfield scamming with the fixing your credit and all that scam shit. And so what I did was I said, no, I removed myself from Garfield doing things, because I started listening, thinking about Polite. So I said, nah, I'm not doing no more promotions and none of this stuff.
Have you ever had a dream that you want.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And so what I did was I said, no, I removed myself from Garfield doing things, because I started listening, thinking about Polite. So I said, nah, I'm not doing no more promotions and none of this stuff.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Next thing you know, Rob Bowen almost broke his face. Right after you could do so
oh shit! Oh,
You like that?
The spot where we was at. Rob Bowen was downstairs waiting on him. I jumped right in the middle of it again. Stopped Rob Bowen from really breaking his face, man. Rob Bowen, see, Garfield was talking about their mothers.
After this whole Polite case go on, and when this shit is over with, I want to see all you niggas. Listen to me good, y'all. Rob Bowen, Garfield, Y'all know who I'm talking about. I want to see all you niggas, cause I'm gonna be pulling up some reports of molestation in Harlem, in the Bronx, some fresh ones that just went on. I want to see y'all stand up and fight.
Ooh, you cannot tell me. Oh my goodness. What? Who? You? Electric chair.
So he was disrespecting Q Butter Mother.
I am disgusted.
Calling her B and all that because they was arguing. He did the same thing to Rabon, disrespecting Rabon and his mother.
Keep it controlled.
And so I stopped that situation from going down. But let me tell you another one that I stopped, that he don't even know I did it. Star from Star Report called me one day and he was furious. Star was mad as hell because Garfield had supposedly scammed one of his people. And Star called me out of nowhere. He said, Saneter, what is this Garfield dude? I'm getting ready to take him to the feds. Garfield would have probably been in jail today. Star was like, yo, because Star worked for the feds. He'll tell you, he ain't got no problem with shame telling you he worked for the feds.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon.
If it's one thing I would do is snitch on your ass.
Do you stop? Do you rest? Do you rest?
Right? And so he got wind that Garfield, according to Star, have scams.
This man needs to go to
prison. Oh shit! I'm over here in stitches. You went crazy on this edit.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Star was mad and furious. And he called me out of the blue. I said, God, Star, slow down, brother. I said, man, listen.
Hey guys, it's Mary Jane. I want to let you guys know for the millionth time that I'm mixed. I mixed with Cherokee Indian, I mixed with Muslim, I have a lot of European in me, I have a lot of German, I mixed with French, I mixed with Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A, I'm also mixed with Spaceship, and I'm also mixed with Astronaut, and I'm also mixed with Scammer. That's where I get my hair from, because Scammer runs in my family, so yeah.
Please, leave Garfield alone, I'll talk to him. Don't do that, brother. Please don't do that. Don't do that to Garfield. I'm gonna talk to him. So he's still going at it. Fuck that's God. And I'm pleading with him. I'm humbling him. I'm like, yo, brother, listen. Garfield is all right. That's my brother. Garfield is good people, man. Please leave the brother Garfield. Don't do that stuff. And Star, because of the respect for me, he didn't do it. And you know, I forgot to tell Garfield all of that. This was about like maybe 4 years ago. But I never told Garfield that Star wanted to get him. I never told him that until today.
Clap if you care. All right, let's move on. Perfect.
Family, do y'all hear that shit? You coming up talking about I was disloyal and all kind of crazy shit. But you come on my platform, fuck up my business, fuck up my platform, robbing and stealing.
You're not gonna scam me, idiot.
And I see, by you saying you helped buy that car for me, that's like saying you gave me money. Nigga, don't you dare lie. Don't you dare lie on me, nigga. Don't you dare lie on me. Polite, you's a lying bitch. I'm saving some of this back, because I know you're gonna try to come back. I'm gonna save some of it. You's a lying bitch, Polite. Shut your bitch ass up. Trying to scare somebody. Now you want to threaten me, nigga. I'm not scared of you, nigga. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Speak your speech, nigga.
Speak your speech, nigga.
Speak your speech, nigga. Evidently, you should have known Saneter's a crazy motherfucker. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. Fuck is wrong with this nigga? Trying to send subliminal shots at me like I'm supposed to crawl and run under the damn bed somewhere. You want to try to apologize. You want to try to come and bang at me. You hear me? That Saneter talked about your kids. Who are you talking about? Huh? You ain't talking about Tasia, right? You ain't talking about her, right? You ain't talking about Tasia Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. I knew her before you, Polite. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renentet? You ain't calling her your daughter, are you? Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. You ain't talking about Tasia, right? You ain't talking about her, right? You ain't talking about Tasia Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. I knew her before you, Polite. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renentet? You ain't calling her your daughter, are you? Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
No, right there. Please have a seat. Right there. Set the phone down, please. What is your plan here tonight? Just hang out, watch football?
I apologize to Brother Polite. I mean, to Polite. I apologize to Polite.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
You see that? You see how gullible niggas are?
Now, for Polite, if you accept my apology, fine. If you don't, fine. I'm gonna keep on moving and doing what I gotta do. Is Saneter reneging on his Polite comments since they spoke again? When did I speak to Polite? Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out. We did communicate. That's Saneter.
I apologize to Brother Polite. I mean, to Polite.
I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out. We did communicate. That's Saneter.
I never spoke to Polite.
We did communicate. That's Saneter.
Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga. Little fucking Dr. York. I will bust your motherfucking head wide open to the white meat, nigga.
He did reach out. We did communicate. That's Saneter.
I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
You see that? You see how gullible niggas are?
We did communicate. That's Saneter.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
You see that? You see how gullible niggas are? I'm not sorry for what I have said. How many of you heard that in the comment? Backtracking. That's what he, listen to it. I want y'all to see the people in the chat room that's doing that. That way you can see those who are nigrified. Now, I'm going to say it again. For those of you who got here late, I don't retract what I said.
He did reach out.
Where'd you get that from? I never spoke to Polite.
He did reach out.
You see, I don't regret what I said out my mouth. I'm not taking anything back what I said about Polite. See, shaking my head. Backtracking.
You look so dumb right now.
All right, this is the timeline. Malachi York was arrested May 8th, 2002, denied federal and state bond, pled guilty to the 40 counts of child molestation January 24th, 2003. I remember they got Yorkman and was locked up in 2002, right? And he pled guilty and all this stuff. Said 40 counts of child molestation on January 24th, 2003. Kathy Johnston, right, one of the wives, was arrested May 8, 2002 and granted federal bond, denied state bond, released on bond, December the 4th, 2002. Pled guilty April 1st, 2003. Khadijah Merritt turned herself in on May 21st, 2002, denied bond, released on bond December the 6th, 2002, pled guilty May 30th, 2003. Chandra Lampkin turned herself in on May 21st, 2002, denied bond, released on bond December the 6th, 2002, pled guilty May 30th, 2003. Esther Cole turned herself in on May 16th, 2002, and granted bond May 16. No, she turned herself in on May 16, 2002, granted bond.
Now look at Khadijah. Hi, Khadijah. Hi, Chandra. Hi, Kathy Johnson. Damn, Predator supporters.
And she was granted. Did he put it down here? Let me see. Edenton of jail Tuesday. Okay, 75. Okay, they all got free on bond.
Now hold on. You know that's Polite's handler. That's Polite's handler.
That's a fact. That is Polite's handler.
Yeah, so Saneter made a point on his last live where he was mixing me and Malik up to say, yeah, you know, Polite never met Dr. York. Polite was handled by Khadijah. That's Polite's handler. So
that's why I'm glad that now I have her last name.
Yeah, that was Polite's entry into Dr. Yorkism and everything that clearly may have led us to this very moment. You know, she's the conduit from one man who pled guilty to various types of child molesting charges to the quote unquote next coming, who is now 5 weeks in front of pleading guilty for, you know, like, so Yeah. Very interesting.
Very, very interesting.
One would definitely want to know what was in those lessons.
They was teaching, yeah.
Man, there must have been some hellified lessons.
Well, that's why I like Tar. He's the one that's speaking right now because he be going through and, you know, going over what the teachings were and stuff like that. And in the last couple of lives, I've shown a little bit of that. So, like, their beliefs, like homosexual is a hormone sexual, you know, a lot of things that is pushing certain agendas. Let's just say that. And you know, it's sick. There's a lot more, but want to get back into this edit because it gets juicier. Trust me.
Got sentenced. Okay, it says down here, said these ladies were not in jail at the time York pled guilty. For the whopping something as simple as thinking, logically speaking facts, and asking questions is apparently difficult. They should have asked themselves, how can we push Dr. York's innocence while he refuses to withdraw his guilty plea? He's not being tortured under duress to keep it in. He said to be writing books from prison in the form of letters to his staff. So why doesn't he put the energy into his actual freedom by withdrawing a plea that he said he wasn't tortured to make? I noticed that everyone pled guilty, albeit at different times, but they all pled guilty. Two sisters used an alpha plea, which is different type of plea, but the sentence was no in-house jail time, but a lengthy probation and sex offenders registration, etc. Kathy Johnson served time and was released, then given probation and registered as a sex offender and banned for most of Georgia. So the initial plan was first of all of them to plead guilty. The problem came when York's agreement was rejected in the federal case. He was the first guilty to plead guilty. The Wapians don't realize or ignore this fact. They should thank the judge for rejecting the plea, or York would have never had any opportunity to fight for freedom and say he was innocent. The only reason why York can go back to saying he's innocent because the fact that the federal judge rejected his guilty admission 6 months later. Within that 6 month time, York was given misinformation about the Native American, the UCC issues. I'm jump down here. The point that can't be stressed enough is the ladies were not in jail at the time of the guilty plea. Moving forward with torture statements, this gave an excuse and also created a motivation amongst the Wabians to prepare and fight in court. So
if you remember, Saneter uses that as why York had took the plea or whatever, why he had pled guilty, is because the white man, that's what he said, quote unquote, the white man had York's wives. But as you just heard, they were not locked up at that time.
Anyway, when you look at all of this, these girls, these women were already out on bond before York received his sentence. So that shows you once again, Saneter don't do no reading, don't do no studying, and he was capping the whole time. And he had access to all this stuff. And Chuck Morgan had been over on his platform multiple times debating the Wapians on these same points for I don't know how many years. So that's it. Saw as a liar, point blank. He's a pedophile defender. We need to come up with a list. I'm going to come up with a list and just start putting them on all the videos dealing with him. Pedophile supporter, pedophile room and board, pedophile we brothers, we all this old crap he's been saying. Just make a whole list that he does, because he caters for all of this stuff. Ridiculous. Yeah. In that clip that I got him calling all kind of names and just like, man. And Saul was just sitting there, it was just a bad look, polite. His greatest star crashing and burning, and then this chick here and all these dudes coming out talking about her sending pictures. She had an OnlyFans page. She got kids with a white Mexican. Okay. No, not Michi.
Okay.
I'm talking about Nepal.
Yeah, that would make sense, because she act like she's been sending it to dudes, but there's so many. I wouldn't be surprised she did that, man.
If you look up the word and see what See, but y'all so weak, not you, Garfield, but y'all so weak, y'all don't understand. He was talking about Jan and how Jan sounded. But when Jan represents the earth, that's what exactly. I don't understand it. They don't understand. Like, you know, that you hear the Hebrews always say, we don't understand the Bible. Don't they say that? Yeah. Oh, brother, they don't understand ancient Kemetic science. Now, everybody knows that I'm not talking about if a man puts sperm and shoot in another man's mouth. That's, of course, but that's not what I was saying. Everybody knows how to twist it and turn it to try to make it fit their story. What I was saying was, for example, let me give you an example. If my sperm was to somehow accidentally go into my mouth. What do you mean accidentally, Saneter? That's when I have a wet dream. That's when I had a wet dream and my hands is wet.
Chill. Yo, chill. Rewind. Yeah, you gotta rewind that shit right there. This nigga with the clip. See, he be high just going. What the fuck? It's totally impossible for sperm to accidentally go in your mouth, bro.
Right. He said if it was on his hand. Yeah. And then there's another clip. I'm trying to locate that, but there's another clip where he had admitted that one time he did get sperm in his mouth.
Oh, come on, bro. This nigga's epic, man.
Yeah. Sick. Let's listen to that one more time.
If you look up the word and see what it means when you are committing sexual acts with a man, with a woman, with another. That's number one. See, but y'all so weak, not you, Garfield, but y'all so weak, y'all don't understand. He was talking about Jan and how Jan sounded. But when Jan represents the earth, that's what exactly. I don't understand it. They don't understand. Like, you know, that you hear the Hebrews always say, we don't understand the Bible. Don't they say that? Yeah. Oh, brother, they don't understand ancient Kemetic science. Now, everybody knows that I'm not talking about if a man puts sperm and shoot in another man's mouth. That's, of course, but that's not what I was saying. Everybody knows how to twist it and turn it to try to make it fit their story. What I was saying was, for example, let me give you an example. If my sperm was to somehow accidentally go into my mouth. What do you mean accidentally, Saneter? That's when I have a wet dream. That's when I had a wet dream and my hands is wet. But somehow I'm sleeping and you know, I touch my mouth.
But how from a wet dream can you know, I'm a female. I've never had a wet dream, but you know, I've heard talks about it and stuff like that. How would the nut, because right, you're just waking up and you nutted from the dream, right?
No. Look, what about the fact that you're supposed to have on clothes? Like, so
exactly.
So what happens is his drawers and his pants? Like, what is he talking about? Like, this is all crazy. What will happen if he accidentally, some of his sperm accidentally went into his mouth?
That is nuts. Literally.
Yo, this is just what a couple of weeks after the other video where he was saying at least it wasn't a man that penetrated his ankle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got these. He's over there just getting high, and he's alone. Clearly, nobody's around that cares, or they would not allow him to keep making these crazy, embarrassing statements.
That's a fact.
Like, somebody's got to stop him over there. He needs quality control over there. Somebody got to push the mute button.
Facts. That's a fact. Unplug it or something.
Yeah, it's no such thing as no. It's not possible for a man to accidentally get his own sperm in his mouth. Like, it's just too many.
He had to have been whacking it off and all that. Like, But like I said, there's another clip out there.
And them
There's
sex,
another whole edit out there, actually.
But listen, in them sex programs that these guys be running, this is what I'm saying. This is a part of that chakra community program. They into that sex magic, and they start with the chakras. They start with the conversation. They want to open you up and see if you'll talk that zodiac talk with them. Once you start talking about which moon your house is in and all that type of shit, they're like, okay, boop, let's go to level 2.
They demonize.
So what level of chakra are you vibrating in? Then they start the chakra shit. Before you know it, yeah, you got to open up your pineal gland with some cocaine or some DMT or some,
I'm just playing.
Well,
what is
you
that?
got other rituals, where you putting sperm in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the type of things that is a part of that. So for people hearing it, it's shocking. But if you know that these guys practice these different activities, then it's like, because it's no such thing as you just accidentally getting your own sperm in your mouth. Like, there's too many. Yeah. If I had a wet dream, and if I put my hand down there, and then if I put my hand.
So you saying that, like, I don't even want to try to
describe it's mad consecutive ifs that gotta go.
Right.
And also, if you don't got no clothes on,
that's my thing. Like you said, where's the clothes?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
He bypassed all clothes, bedding.
Yeah. He just
anything.
Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Just laying there naked, and it just happened in his face or on his hand.
You ifed your hand down into your drawers and underwear and all that, and ifed you a scoop and ifed it up into your mouth. That's a lot of if. Like, that's just a lot of if. But
and he seems to be enjoying this conversation.
But
he's all excited about it, and I didn't manipulate the speed of this clip at all.
Yeah, he's into it. And that's what I mean. Like, yeah, because I guess he was thinking he gonna get reassurance from his audience. He got a different type of audience over there. So, I guess he was getting reassurance from them. Like, yeah, come on, guys, you know how you get your sperm in your mouth. And I'm watching this shit like, no, actually I don't. Actually I don't. No, seriously, I don't. Like, no.
Right, and like. Cynthia didn't jump on it before, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing happened. Like, how did the events are just odd? Let's just say that.
It's just nobody
acted like it happens on a regular.
Yeah,
like,
fellas,
how you walk past the doorknob and your pants get.
You know how you get your own sperm in your mouth. I'm like, nah, nigga, like, no, never happened. Nope. Not even almost.
Enjoying it.
Yeah.
He's literally enjoying it. Let's get back into it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
What I was saying was, for example, let me give you an example. If my sperm was to somehow accidentally go into my mouth. What do you mean accidentally, Saneter? That's when I had a wet dream. That's when I had a wet dream, and my hands is wet. But somehow I'm sleeping, and I touch my mouth.
That was literally, and still is to this day, the most disgusting moment that I've ever lived or witnessed in my entire life.
They said it's wartime, so welcome to the war front. Ayo Kamathi, or as he calls himself, the irritated genie, is still at it. Still on the internet condemning whites, gays, Jews, Asians, anyone who doesn't measure up to his black nationalist views.
That's how we gonna put a foot in this ass.
And he is still an employee of the Department of Homeland Security, 3 months after the agency publicly acknowledged his website calling for widespread racial violence. He declined our request for an interview, but on YouTube, even he seemed surprised he was not let go as soon as his employers found out.
I have to always remind myself, they know who you are, they know what you're doing. Don't forget that.
He's not the only one wondering how he's kept his $115,000 a year job.
This is a guy who runs a website that calls for the mass murder of whites and for war on the horizon.
The Southern Poverty Law Center has accused Kimathi of hate speech, and officials there are baffled that he remains on the federal payroll. He's been on administrative leave since August, but that just means he's collected nearly $38,000 for doing nothing.
The fact of the matter is that his views are the kind that the Department of Homeland Security should be tracking. They should not be employing him or paying him.
The department says little about the matter, confirming only that he remains an employee of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, and noting ICE does not condone any type of hateful rhetoric or advocacy of violence. Accusations of misconduct are investigated thoroughly, and if substantiated, appropriate action is taken. Before he was put on leave, Kimathi was less diplomatic, saying he works for the devil, but oddly adding,
It was like a fun job because I'm not just going there pushing paper. I'm going there having to sit down and say, okay, how do I help these people that need to be helped?
So he called it a fun job. Some government watchdog groups say, look, firing a federal employee is just complicated and it takes time. Kimathi has suggested maybe he's still employed because the feds want to keep an eye on him. But Aaron, considering how routinely he savages people and promotes violence, taking on everyone from Trayvon Martin's parents to President Obama, it's really hard to imagine how Homeland Security could not be keeping an eye on him.
Polite, if let's say Polite is innocent, he could be a partial victim. You know, maybe he broke up with the girl. Who knows, you know, what happened in that instance. But the only true victim is that girl. So I think that's what we need.
And I think that's being a hypocrite because you have a member of ISUPK who was locked up for child molestation, for rape, or whatever it is, and y'all still support him. Here it is, Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all wouldn't support him. See the double standard?
What
you have a
standard?
member in ISUPK, which y'all support him financially. You put money on his books, but Polite have not been found guilty, and y'all
This how I know you taking a strong. This how I know you take a strong position of Polite's innocence, regardless of waiting till the verdict comes, because you keep bringing up the same exact thing. Even though I've explained the position dozens of times, how many times do I have to explain the same exact position? So in that instance, the brother took a lot of.
Even if you explain it still remains the same, though, Captain.
No,
you still support
what remains the
found
same?
guilty.
But what remains the same, though?
That he was found guilty.
Definitely was found guilty, but he also
Polite was not found guilty.
I'm not saying don't support him, though. Right,
brother. You said if the brother come on my channel, you done.
Wait.
And you know you got me, man. You got me. I said, all right, brother.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend, and she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Yeah, let me nervous. No, I'm not nervous.
What's
brother.
up, man?
I mean, I'm good. Everything good.
You're not nervous, right?
Nah.
Look at the shoes, though.
Yeah,
I was talking about the shoes earlier. You look smooth, man. How you doing?
Peace and black power, man.
I'm surprised.
You already know.
You look a little nervous.
This is what we do. Peace and black power, brother. No, I'm just waiting to see what you're coming with. That's all. Nah, I'm not nervous. I'm good. I'm just waiting to see what you're coming with. And that's my brother right there, man. Garfield. Let him know who you are, brother.
Peace, brother.
Dagger
Garfield.
Squad.
Peace and one love, man. Dagger Squad in the building.
Take us through your time in Harlem growing up as a kid.
Me coming up as a young man, having it's only two of us. Me and my brother, 5 sisters, my mother by herself. And we just been doing our own thing.
What was your
as a
pops
kid.
at?
Oh, my pops was never around.
Never.
He wasn't around.
So you never met him? You never.
I think I seen my pops when I was about like 6 years old, and that was it. All I knew of him was that he was just Dominican. That's it. I just knew he was a Dominican guy. I went to see him one time in the hospital. He worked in Bellevue. Me, my sisters, and us, and we all went down there to go see him. And that was it. I can't even tell you who he is to this day. If I was to walk past him, I don't know. I don't even know if he's living right now.
Did you guys find yourself trying to search for your dad as young?
Nah, because the streets was my dad. I was always hanging out with the older G's. You know what I'm saying? So I got caught up in an early age dealing with the drug game and stuff like that. At one time, I would say I was kind of upset that I didn't, never seen my dad or met my dad.
Right.
Do you feel that if he was in your, in your life, things would have been different?
Yes, of course, I feel that. This is the best life that I'm living right now. So I believe that if he probably was in my life, I probably would have been some nigger out there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad where I'm at right now, you know, in my life.
What type of woman was your mom?
Mom's, you know, taking care of 5 children by herself. And mom's was she would hang out at that time. I remember as a kid, moms used to go out and hang out and make sure we have a babysitter in the house. But she made sure we had food to eat. You know, she never left us stranded out there like that. Well, she did the best that she could for 7 of us.
Were you a troublemaker as a youth? Like, did you get trouble? You said you were outside in the street.
Well, I wasn't a troublemaker. I was more of a money getter. I was all about getting money, man, at a young age, because I knew somebody had to step up and do something and be the man of the house in the family. I was taking care of all of my siblings, my brother, my sisters, my mother. I came up at a hard life, brother. I had a hard life.
So
if
at
I
what
had a
age
chance to do it over again, nah, I wouldn't. Nah, I don't have no regret.
At what age did you realize that you had to really step up as a man, as a young man at the time?
Right. Is it 5 or 7? And also why his dad wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? And then also why was his mom out at the club, but he over here talking about my mothering and letting motherfuckers lie on me and putting out slander on me. Like, fuck that nigga. But let's listen, because she got into some domestic shit too. So while he up here talking about what he think about my story, that's kind of odd to me.
To take over the, you know, responsibilities.
The age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct, moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that.
Age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct, moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that.
The age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct, moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that.
Now, when I was younger, I myself was molested. I myself was molested by a woman, by an older female who were older than me. I think by 5 years, 5 or 4 years. I'm not even gonna put a name out there because I still see her to this day. She is a New York City bus driver, and I see her, you know, and she sees me, but she never looks me in my eyes. I remember, and I know you remember, you know? But what happened with me is that it didn't hurt me like it hurt other people. I'm just being honest with y'all. It didn't hurt me because I'm glad it was a woman and not a male. Check. Now, some people might say, "Sir, hold on, sir. What are you talking?" I'm saying, at least I'm blessed that it wasn't a goddamn man that went up in my backside when I was young, but it was a woman who, you know, put me on her and stuff like that, and was telling me what to do and how to do it and all of that. So I wasn't no little kid. I think I was about like maybe 13, 14, 13. Yeah, around that age.
So I wasn't no little kid. I think I was about like maybe 13, 14, 13. Yeah, around that age.
So I wasn't no little kid. I think I was about like maybe 13, 14, 13. Yeah, around that age.
The age, I would say early, like 12 years old, 12 years old, 13 years old, in and out of trouble. You know, precinct, moms have to come to get me at the precinct, stuff like that. You know, robbing, stealing.
Let me ask you a question. So as a kid, did you finish school and stuff like that?
You got to be careful what you say on Queensflip. But no, I haven't finished school though.
You didn't finish school?
No, I went all the way up to the 11th grade, man. Like I said, I couldn't. I mean, I had to make sure I take care of my moms. I ain't had time to be going up in school and finishing those school. We had to put food on the table. There was time.
But Saneter, one thing, you know, you try to come up here and fabricate a mother for me and all this and that. But my mom never had to, you know, have me sell drugs or anything like that. And I never had to take care of her. She took care of me.
times when me and my sister would have to share the same pants, brother.
Wow.
Jeans. We would have to share the same shoes. Am I gonna wear your shoes today? I'm gonna wear those sneakers like that, stuff like that. We would have to.
Now, Saneter admitted you also shared shirts with her, blouses and all that. Stop the cap.
Run and make sure we get some breakfast at the goddamn school system. You know what I'm saying? That's the type.
I thought y'all had food at the house. So why you had to run to school to make sure that y'all got breakfast if you had food in the house?
Hold on. It might be some other issues being uncovered here that we might.
Yeah,
not really
that's what I'm pointing out. But I've
known
this for a minute.
There's another issue on top of the one you're pointing out, which is the fact that he could fit his sister's shoe size. So see, that's a thing. You're not supposed to be able to fit your sister's shoe size. So yeah, that could probably be, micro penis is a thing. A lot of men deal with micro penis that has psychological issues and everything. And, he fits the bill as for somebody who could, have micro penises. It's crazy. It's wild.
Well, I only thought that he had Napoleon complex, but now he also has micro penis. So, yeah. And that's probably why he's so angry and shit. You know what I mean?
Man, it's crazy like that.
Type of life that we was living, but it was all good for me. I'm looking at it like, yeah, my mom's had to make sure that, that she would wash, clean all of our clothes. And like I said, I'm the only man in the house at that time. I had a little brother. I had to make sure we had food, everything. Mom's looking for me. I'm coming in the house at 12 o'clock at a young age. At a young age.
So who's the first person that you came across in the street that kind of like showed you the game or showed you the way to get some money in your pocket?
I mean, of course, there's a brother by the name of Herman. I lived 137th Street in Lenox Avenue. He showed me how to do this, how to cut coke. You know what I'm saying? How to bag it up.
Now look how happy he looks when he talks about the street life. When I talk about it, I don't glorify it. I don't, it's like his dick finna get hard. His little penis.
How to put it up, put it in the refrigerator, put it in the right. See, so I'm going all the way back to that, to them days. Those was my survival days as a young kid, because I ain't had nothing else.
So Herman taught you about the drug game.
Yes.
How long were you in the drug game for?
I was in the drug game from, I would say from the 80s all the way up until 90s.
Really?
Yeah. From the 80s up until like 93, 90, 94, something like that. At that
And how about you tell them that you got caught with dope and it was petty ass amounts of dope, like under a gram, you know what I mean? Some smoker type of shit.
Time, like you had to dip and dab because it was out there in the opening. The dope fiends was out there in the opening. Mm-hmm. You had to like try to move around and get there. There's dope fiends from corner to corner, brother. That's the way it was out there.
That's the way it was most places, Saneter. Wake up.
Your father's Dominican, but what is your mother's background?
African American. I remember I went to jail. I got caught. Went to jail for 5 years in Clinton Correctional Facility.
For?
Selling drugs.
Come on, Saneter.
Selling drugs. All right. Yes, that was part of it. My mom's and her boyfriend gets into a fight. I'm home. I'm living on 128th Street. I'm just coming in the house and I see them arguing and fighting and I see the dude hit my mom's. I immediately ran to the kitchen, got a knife, and I hit him. Boom. I gave him a buck across the face. And he was bleeding and my mom started screaming. And you know how they do. Oh, why you do that? Why you cut him? She started flipping on me after that. Like, why you do that? I'm like, Mom, I can't see no man hitting you. Ain't no man gonna be hitting you in front of me. So I gave him the buck. It's in my records and all of that. That's what I really went to jail for. So yeah, I hit him with the knife. I think I cut damn near his ear off.
I thought it was a nose, Saneter. I gotta find that part, but you said it was his nose.
And that's what made me go into the Max joint.
You were trying to skip past that though. You wanted to say, "Oh, drugs." You thought you were
yeah,
slick.
I wasn't going to talk about the cutting, but I'm just talking about the drugs. That was definitely why I got the 5 years.
it all ran concurrent with the two cases.
There is Real G's TV. Well, let's take a look and see what's going on in his life now.
Let's have a deep conversation. Look what's in this bag. What do you see? Prescription meds, right? These medications have been assigned to me over 90 days ago, okay? Because I have what is called congestive heart failure. So they give me all this medication to take, right? To take this and take that and take that and take this, right? 10 days ago, I went to get a prescription fulfilled, right? And then they said, we can't fill it because you don't have any money. We can't fulfill it and try to keep you alive because you don't have the money. How many people run around here with empty medication that they need to survive? Am I just one? Am I the only one? Look, all this medication because I have congestive heart failure. Now when I go to fulfill it, the medication, 10 days ago they told me no, so I've been without medication. Okay? Is this how America treats their veterans? Is this how America treats people? Look, I'm in a state of dying now because I can't afford the meds. I can't afford these medications. And they said, well, the insurance company will contact them. And they never did. We'll contact your doctor. They never did. I did a follow-up on this. I started 10 days ago. I came back 3 days later asking them, well, can you give me something to hold me over? No, we can't because this is an expensive medication. Not meant for those who are in need. Not meant for black people. Not meant for those who don't have the money that can't afford to pay for it. And the insurance is not going to pay for it. So here I am, ladies and gentlemen, stuck, dying. I can afford to pay for the medication.
Now, we just heard Real G's, right, say that he has congestive heart failure and he can't afford his medicine. But he was letting Saneter put a battery in his back and damn near incriminate himself when it came to my children. All them scams that Saneter got going on over there, all that money that he's generating from these debates, he can't help his general get the medicine he needs until he can work out whatever he needs to work out with the pharmacy and doctor and insurance or whatever. I'm just really confused. But let's listen to some more of Real G's antics. Now, before we get into that, Enki, did you want to say something? Are you?
Man, my heart goes out to the guy though, because on the other side of it, I know the statistics. And Saneter has primarily like that 50-year-old black man client. I mean, he's got people in all groups, he's got a wide, audience, but particularly the most of his group is older black men. And, it's a lot of people over there suffering in silence.
But fuck this nigga.
No. But like 3/4 of his platform is in this guy's situation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe not in his situation where they can't afford their medication, but a lot of them guys is dependent on medication, and some large percentage, is going to wind up like Real G's. And it's crazy that when it's about something that's unintelligible, it doesn't contribute any value to anybody's life, his voice is heard, his voice is echoed. But in a situation like this, the very same platform that he promotes, the goof, like where's the content for the people dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the gift is the curse, you know what I'm saying? This is like, because at the bare minimum, Saneter should have definitely had something, in hindsight, like, oh, okay, well, listen, guys, if this ever happens, you might want to try this, or you might want to try that, or this is, you might want to, if you're ever in this situation,
I feel you, but I also feel like this comment right here. Shout out to Preach. Empathy is not a right, it's a privilege. And when we get furthermore into it, we only got about 19 minutes left of this edit, and then we can build and stuff like that. But we're going to take a further look into the shenanigans and what he's talking about and how he playing victim now and he don't remember what he had did and he didn't do nothing. But I get where you're coming from on because you're into the health stuff. You see what I'm saying?
You got
I'm not trying to rub it in his face, but why your mans can't help you out? Like Tar said, where's the HOK for 401k? I'm gonna make a shirt that say that. I'll just play it. But for real.
Oh shit.
You know, it's just kind of odd. But yeah, we got like 19 minutes left of the edit. So we could just stop it if need be or whatever. Just let me know. But yeah, I ain't go. And what he's going through now in real time.
What's up? You see the title? This is the title of the conscious community, Saneter TV, Brother for Life. Y'all gotta be losing y'all mind, man. Okay? Yesterday had a good point, man. He said, where the fuck is my support? Where the supporters at that say, nah, man, Saneter ain't like that? Why you niggas ain't speaking up? You niggas are still on the fence when it comes to Saneter. Every time y'all call in, yeah, brother, you know, I appreciate you, man. You helped me through a lot of stuff. But where's your appreciation at? Where's your support? He ain't asking for a dime. He asking to show up and support him when the shit get hot like this. But what do y'all do? Y'all scared? I know the members of the House of Consciousness ain't scared. Huh? Toughest environment to be in, right? But y'all won't even speak out for the brother. Y'all won't say shit, man. Like, I support the House of Consciousness. I support Saneter and what he's doing, and I don't believe that this shit is going down like that. It's like y'all waiting for some negative shit to take place that ain't gonna take place. You see what the man is doing. He's pulling back from fucking Polite. He been did that. Polite got away with words. He's smart. He's gifted. He got a talent. But he fucked up. He fucked up in a way where if they don't drop all that shit, ain't nobody fucking with him over here. And we still might not fuck with him. We don't know. The fact of the matter is, you still fucking with the House of Consciousness, but you won't support them. It's just like these goddamn Hebrews. They want to be on the House of Consciousness, but they talk so much shit about the House of Consciousness that we don't want them over there. What's the difference between you and them? What's the difference between you and the goddamn Hebrews? Nothing. Because neither one of you motherfuckers support the House of Consciousness. Neither one of y'all. Y'all sit up here and run your goddamn mouths about shit that don't make no motherfucking sense. Y'all don't do shit. You still got them same old raggedy ass ways. Because if not, why you ain't speaking up for the brother? Why you ain't saying, man, fuck y'all. I'm down with the House of Consciousness for real, for real. That's when you're down by law. You've been over here 10 years and you ain't learned shit yet. Take you that long to learn some little stuff like that? Damn shame that Saneter got to fight this battle seemingly by himself because y'all not supporting what he's doing. When it comes to donations, y'all don't even donate, man. Y'all should be giving and giving and giving until this man is satisfied because he's going out his way for you. All the work he's done for us, all the shit that he's put aside, put his life on the line for us, and this is how we treat him. This is how we say thank you. To me, that's not cool at all.
So he went on and on and on about how Saneter is this great person. He put his life on the line. You should donate all of your motherfucking money, put your house up, all that, right? But at the end of the day, Saneter really don't even give a fuck about him because if he did, he would have never been in that video talking about his meds are out. He doesn't have meds. You know, the video that was titled, "No One Can Hear Me, I'm Dying," Real G's. Yeah, that video. That man over there generating all these funds and he can't even help you, but you still holding his dick. But anyway, for those that don't know, Gangstalking is real, okay? Now, Real G's also claims that he's been gangstalked. So let's take a listen to that. And maybe it's your bitch ass karma. The fact that you jump out the window for a nigga and are ready to incriminate yourself for a nigga and attack children over a nigga that is a predator, that's a predator supporter, that's a grimy, scamming ass nigga. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's really the feds watching you, Real G's. You ever thought about that? I mean, because in the misunderstood situation, you had even admitted that you gave her drugs and she had stated that it was in the house. So are they watching you to raid you? Let's take a look at these alleged gang stalking situations by Real G's TV, Saneter Studios General. Let's go.
What's up, y'all? This is Real G's. I want to talk to you guys about something that I got some concerns about, okay? I moved from Big Bear down the riverside, right? And in the process of moving, I noticed some cars was following me. I was having a look. I said, damn, no cars following me closely. I didn't pay no mind, you know, I'm like, maybe they just driving like that. But for the next couple of days, I kept looking. I kept seeing the same car following me, right? Let me so anyway, I was like, these motherfuckers is really following me, right? So I'm like, okay. In my mind, I'm thinking, what happened, right? Did I do something wrong? Motherfuckers trying to get back at me? What's going on? You know, just a quick examination. I was like, hell no, I've been in Big Bed for the last 3-4 years, so I ain't done shit. Right? Anyway, come to find out, they're gang stalkers, right? Some new shit or some old shit. So I looked it up, right? And gang stalkers is a bunch of cars, a bunch of people who really ain't got shit to do but stalk other people. Yeah, in other words, they sit there and they stalk you day in and day out. This is what these motherfuckers been doing to me for the last 7 months. Every time I look around, there's a car in front of my house. Every time I go somewhere, it's a car. And they let you know who's still here. It ain't like they hiding or nothing. They follow you everywhere you go. You know, they don't say shit. They just harass you by being in your presence. And I'm going, what the fuck? So I was like, okay. So at one time, these motherfuckers is like, and we're going to go to the same places you go to. We're going to go to McDonald's. We're going to go to Burger King. We're going to go shopping wherever. You ain't going to do shit about it. Fuck you. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, these niggas is straight trying to punk me, right? So I went to the store one time and they were all right there, right? I'm trying to figure out what happened, what caused them to do this shit. But according to the people that I talked to, they're saying that's just what they do. They get their grips on the motherfucker and they stalk the shit out of them. They stalk you for years. Like, you know, I've been talking to people about this. This is what they do. They stalk motherfuckers, right? So I'm saying to myself, oh, man, look at this. This is some dumb shit. It's stupid to me because I'm like, I'm ready to fight or do something. Let's handle it, you know, whatever. But this shit needs to stop because it's a pain in the ass. But when I looked at the information, they said they wanted to, their objective is to keep you on high alert, okay? Keep you on alert and just get on your nerve, right? There's men, there's teenagers, there's parents, there's people just as old as me. And what they said, they ain't got nothing to do, so this is what they do, right? I'm like, no. This is straight violation. We're going to have to do something. So anyway, I'm saying to myself, nah, this is some weird shit, but we're going to have to handle it one way or another. I'm going to let you chase me all night, damn near. I don't want to say chase, but, you know, follow me all night. And then we're going to meet at Burger King and eat breakfast. I'm like, that ain't cool. And again, I don't know why they're doing it. Just to get on the niggas' nerve. And they take it like it's a joke. Okay? Like it's funny to them. That they can get on people's nerves. I was talking to another brother. He said, man, they fucked with him for almost 2 years. I'm going, what? Gang stalkers, y'all. I don't know if you ever heard of it. But it's some weird shit. So at one time I said, you know what? Let me get the police involved. The police is like, we never heard of it, right? Like, what the fuck you mean you never heard of it? They heard of it. But they acting like, and then they say, as long as these people don't bother you, it's okay for them to follow you wherever you go. Okay? And I'm saying, huh? Motherfucker, this is harassment. And they said, how is it harassment when they don't say anything to you? They're just following you. And I mean, it's like 100 of them, or even more. Because they actually follow you wherever you go. It seems like they're there. And they let it be known. Sometimes they blow the horn at you. Sometimes they'll get in front of you. I go from Corona to Riverside, right? These motherfuckers is right there. Everywhere I go, if I go shopping, if I go to the grocery store, go to my friend's house, if I go to the spot, wherever I go, these motherfuckers is right there looking right at me. As soon as I walk up to them, they take off. Okay? It's like they don't want no confrontation, but they're being confrontational because who the fuck want motherfucker following you around? You don't even know these motherfuckers. I mean, think about it. Think about it for yourself. Here you have a motherfucker that's constantly following you around. You're looking at the same car or maybe different cars, but you recognizing these cars because it's been months, right? At first I was getting upset. I said, nah. And I said, you know what? Fuck them. I'm just going to ignore them, right? Then they drive a little closer to you, okay? Like they swerving on you and shit. It's like, these motherfuckers don't get it. And it's like, you want to go after them so bad, but you know you're going to be the one to end up in trouble. But one time, I did try to go after them. I tried to set them up. Well, I set them up on several occasions. But they ended up calling the police on me, right? And the police look at you like, I'm in the wrong. They called the cops on me.
Yo, hold on. You know what?
He about to get heated in a minute. He about to start going off in the last 10 minutes.
But hold on. You know, there's a possibility that this is a part of a paranoia syndrome that like there's other possibilities that we're listening to something totally like. Can you imagine if this is a side effect of? Go ahead.
I looked up congestive heart failure and anxiety and some other type of thing like that, but I didn't have time to with rendering and stuff like go down that road. And I knew that you were coming here anyway, so that's another reason why I'm glad that you're here.
I'm just saying there was a lot of medication in that bag. You know, he definitely simplified whatever was happening because that was a lot of medication in that bag. That wasn't just for no. Yeah, I'm having congestion. That wasn't just heart medicine in that bag. That was a lot of medicine in that bag. You know, and if you coming out of the military, sometime you might have seen something you can't unsee, and it shatters. You know, people's mentality. Their mind is a lot more fragile than they think. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying it's a possibility. You know, we listening to it. And he's the things that he's saying, it's like, he's like, yeah, you could tell who they are because they always in the same car or a different one. I'm like, wait,
you're gonna give a time frame of when it started, which was very interesting.
They're always in the same car or a different one,
or a different one, right? The way that he goes on to describe it, but he's gonna talk about how long it's been going on. And shit
what if these is regular people going about their business?
They probably are. The dude is probably just whacked out of his mind, going through all this shit and the lack of medication or the proper, whatever he needs herbally or whatever. He's without that. So
listen, I'm
he's just going and then he's eating McDonald's and Burger King every day.
But bruh, this is what I'm gonna say. Because this is a real thing. And I feel like it's one of those things that's going to wind up on one of those tests. What they call that, like the, I guess like the alternative history where you remember something, but it's not the way you remembered it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. This is that type of scenario because when I was young, there was a crazy house. You know what I'm saying? And there was one everywhere, So in the Bronx, it was Bellevue Hospital. That's where
That's where Saneter's dad worked. I swear that's what he said. He just said that in the clip earlier. I swear he said that his dad worked at Bellevue Hospital, but his dad was not.
Goodness.
But listen, his dad was not in his life. So this man worked at the hospital as what though, and was not in your life. Why was he not there? Why was y'all struggling? And I'm not trying to make fun of nobody that was struggling when they was a child or whatever. But this man literally tried to just shit and lie on me and then delete it. You know what I'm saying?
Creates a lot
and
of
all
questions.
This and that. So yeah, I got questions.
It creates a lot of questions because it's just it's just a whole interesting set of very interesting.
I'm saying, let's listen to the rest. There's 10 minutes left, basically.
On several occasions, because I'm looking, I'm going, motherfucker, stop following me. And this is what they want me to do. They want a nigga to crack up, okay, and go berserk and go crazy. End up in jail for the rest of his life, or end up dead, or end up doing some stupid shit. And I'm like, damn, am I the only one going through this? And I'm telling you, when I say it's a lot of them, it's a lot of them motherfuckers, okay? I went to bed and woke up, them motherfuckers were still outside. Now tell me that ain't stopping. I went to the store, come out the store, they still out there. Everywhere I go, these motherfuckers is like a job. No matter how long I be at, or how long I take for me to do what I have to do, they out there. And they want you to know, he ain't going nowhere. And I'm going, damn, this is some crazy ass shit. But they don't say that to you. Okay?
You know what kind of resources it would take for people to really follow you around a clock like that? Like to have grown adults.
Gangstalking is real. I've done videos on it and stuff like that. But
but gang stalking usually has something at the root of it.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna state in here that he don't know what he did.
Yeah, see, that's the 2 + 2.
But ain't no telling what he did though, because he didn't Motherfucking did all type of shit in relation to taking up with Saneter against other YouTubers. I'm not the only one.
These are facts.
And ain't no telling what else he did in another area of YouTube or another social media app or whatever.
Just in real life.
Just in real life. Somebody on that ass. It could be also pause, right? Pause. But it could be also, the medical issues and stuff like that. Because again, when I looked up congestive heart, I said, like, can congestive heart failure make you feel paranoid? And it said like anxiety and stuff like that. Like basically you're like kind of like aggressive and you have anxiety, like your anxiety is heightened. Listen.
Being down with Saneter in any kind of way, your anxiety is gonna be heightened.
That's
Saneter's a hot nigga. That's the nigga. Saneter's the nigga Meth was talking about. Make it hot. Niggas won't even stand next to you. Like, history tells the story. Nobody stays around Saneter for long.
Not forever and ever.
They just follow you everywhere you go. So my question to you is, what do you think about this type of shit? How do you deal with shit like this? Because, I ain't gonna say I'm a street nigga, but I'm the type of motherfucker that, I handle my business. I don't want these motherfuckers to know where my family's at, where my people at, and shit like that. But they keep doing the same shit over and over again. Everywhere I go, here they come. And it's like, when is enough gonna be enough? When do I fight back and say, okay, fuck that? Oh, we just let the shit go on? We don't say shit? Man, sometimes I'm 10, 15 feet away from these motherfuckers. I can reach out and touch them. As soon as they see me coming, they take off. And I'm saying, what the fuck is this about? See, if I knew the motive behind it, like, okay, you fuck around and fuck with our cousin and did some blah, blah shit and we paying you back. Okay, I got it. Or you did some shit over here and this is the repercussions. Okay, I got it. But I ain't done a motherfucking thing. And it's like,
yo, can you really imagine?
He's stating that he wants to be told what he did to.
Right, but can you imagine him just running up on people and literally chasing people off because they think he's insane? Yo, you following me? Why you been walking behind me? Niggas like, wait, what? Who are you, sir? Yeah, I've been watching you, watching me. Like,
just what? Random though. These people are just minding their own business. And he running up, he finna get more into it.
Yo, that's
like, crazy. But I can't help but to laugh. Like,
yo, dude, that's scary.
And then he gonna say like, I ain't fucking with nobody or something like
that.
Listen,
I'm telling you, when I was young, everywhere they had a crazy, a mental hospital where they would, they would get people help. They would put them at the mental hospital. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a space for that. Somewhere in, I want to say, I can't even tell you when it happened. I just know that now that doesn't really exist. Anybody with mental illness,
demonic leprechauns.
Anybody dealing with mental illness is, prison is the end of the road. You know what I'm saying? That's the largest caretaker of the mentally ill in America. So, that part of the system that was set up to catch these people, you know what I'm saying? Because you do have people that go through, paranoid, schizophrenic type of, everybody is, they're following me, they're trying to get me, like, bruh, why? What do you got that they trying to get? That they getting ready to station people on you for months? For months and months.
Listen, hold on. Let's play some more.
Don't fuck with me. These motherfuckers driving big trucks. They're driving new cars. They're doing all kind of shit. They're professionals. I seen one dude work at the fucking fire department. I'm going, what the fuck? But the first thing they do is deny everything. I don't know what you're talking about. Motherfucker, yeah, you do. Some of them I got real close to him and said, listen, if you don't stop following me, man, I'm gonna have my big brothers and them come by your house tomorrow night and fuck you up. Scare me, leave me the fuck alone. Some of them go for it. I don't give a fuck. They got women, bro. Sit there and put their high beams on me. What do you do with this dumb shit? What do you do? I'm bringing this to the people now. The law says you can't do a motherfucking thing.
What?
Let it go. Oh, Yeah, they were saying
the homicidal comments I did remove because dude was going the fuck in. Like he low key lost his motherfucking mind right quick.
Oh my God! Hold on. Oh, listen, that was. Oh my goodness! He said sometimes he walks up next to them and says, "I'm gonna have my brother come." Yo, do you know what kind of you would be? Yo, you would be terrified if you were somewhere and a man just came up to you and started whispering to you, a man you don't know from a hole in the wall. You've never seen this nigga before. He like, yeah, I'm about to have my brothers and them come by your house tomorrow and fuck everybody. Like, yo, this is crazy. This is really crazy.
And Saneter just letting him. In a minute, he gonna stay towards the end or whatever. That he talked to other people about it, and nobody cared. Like, why Saneter can't hear him out on this? You can't help him with the meds. You can't direct him in a manner that will help him holistically. And then also, you can't hear his cries about gang stalkers.
Yeah,
I think this is where Saneter and the pod got the term gang stalking from, because they've been saying it a lot. You know what I'm saying? They say it a lot.
Well, there's people that really go through that situation, so it's nothing that,
No, we're not laughing at the situation.
Yeah,
We're laughing at
but
his alleged response to.
No, yeah, and anything that's out there, people will take advantage of it at some point and another, and I think this is one of those scenarios because
Now, Tar stated that somebody may have put a spell on him.
somebody may have put a spell on him. Something's definitely on him.
Or in him, shit.
Pause. Yeah.
Yeah, pause.
But something's definitely happening. Clearly, something's afoot. You know what I'm saying? Like this is epic shit right here. You know what I'm saying?
Really
like,
is.
It's crazy. When you think about it, like you just see him just running up, talking to strangers. He never rewind that joint just like 30 seconds. Bring that joint back like 30 seconds so people can listen to this really and really think about this from a standpoint of a paranoid man just randomly, acting out.
Hold on, let me go back a minute.
This nigga just acting out, like just randomly acting out in public. Hey, are you following me?
Right.
Oh, I handle my business. I don't want these motherfuckers to know where my family's at, where my people at, and shit like that. But they keep doing the same shit over and over again. Everywhere I go, here they come. And it's like, when is enough gonna be enough? When do I fight back and say, okay, fuck that? Oh, we just let the shit go on? We don't say shit? Man, sometimes I'm 10, 15 feet away from these motherfuckers. I can reach out and touch them. As soon as they see me coming, they take off. And I'm saying, what the fuck is this about? See, if I knew the motive behind it, like, okay, you fuck around and fuck with our cousin and did some blah, blah shit and we paying you back. Okay, I got it. Oh, you did some shit over here and this is the repercussions. Okay, I got it. But I ain't done a motherfucking thing. And it's like, these niggas want to fuck with me. These motherfuckers driving big trucks. They're driving new cars. They're doing all kind of shit. They're professionals. I seen one dude work at the fucking fire department. I'm going, what the fuck? But the first thing they do is deny everything. I don't know what you're talking about. Motherfucker, yeah, you do. Some of them I got real close to him and said, listen, if you don't stop following me, man, I'm gonna have my big brothers and them come by your house tomorrow night and fuck you up. Scare them and leave me the fuck alone. Some of them go for it. But the rest of them, they're like, we don't give a fuck. They got women, bro. Sit there and put their high beams on me. How do you deal with this dumb shit? What do you do? I'm bringing this to the people now. The law says you can't do a motherfucking thing. Let it go. Oh, yeah, they were saying, if they follow you so much, bring them by the police station so we could pick it up. Motherfucker, they see the cops, they gone. They know the routine with the police. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen. If police come, they scatter. And I'm saying to myself, what the fuck is this about? I can't get no traction in my head what it's about. So I said to myself, my conclusion was, fuck them. Act like I don't see them. And I did that. And in the process of doing that, the motherfucker tried to get closer and closer to me. Okay? And to me, that's a threat. That's a fucking threat. You fucking with me like this? What if I got my daughter in the car? What if I got my sons in the car? You can fuck around, and if I wasn't as hard as I was, I could be a little nervous, motherfucker, and run into something and tear my shit up. Okay? And I'm thinking this is the shit that they do to motherfuckers. And they smile and laugh about it like it's some type of joke. At one point, these motherfuckers, they got them new Honda Civics and shit. They flying in front of me and shit. Like they crisscrossing and shit. I stopped on the bridge over there in Sierra Way. And just left the shit. I parked right there. On the fucking bridge. Stop traffic, everything. But I'm not scared of you motherfuckers. It's my turn to go. It's my turn to go. But motherfucker, somebody coming with me. You gonna back the fuck up off me. I say all I have to say this, right? I'm at the store right now. And who do I see? Two motherfuckers known to follow me everywhere I go. Park. And I'm going, huh? So I get out the car and walk towards them. And what they do? They back up and take off. I want to ask a motherfucking question. Why are you doing this, motherfucker? But I guess I pose a threat to them. I'm not trying to go to jail for these bitch ass niggas. I'm not trying to physically beat the shit out of them and go to jail. I want to know why you motherfuckers doing it. So I can't even have a conversation with these motherfuckers. Okay? I want to know what's the bottom line to this shit. Is this some shit you motherfuckers doing? So just tell me, they don't even know what the fuck they're doing it for. They taking all this from somebody else. Follow that motherfucker, don't let him get away. The other day, right, I said, fuck it. I took a shortcut, right? And motherfucker was so far ahead of me, I ducked and went into a spot just to see what happened. Man, here come 25, 30 motherfuckers looking for me. Like, nah, nigga, you ain't getting away. What? Now, this been going on like for 9 months now. How much of this shit am I supposed to take and what am I supposed to do? Let the shit keep going? Say, fuck it, it ain't no big deal? How do you deal with some shit like this psychologically? But then for the most part, I'm like, fuck these punks. I ain't gonna even think about them. And sometimes I could go without thinking about them, but if, you know, in the back of my head, they're still there. Because it's a problem. I said to myself, okay, fuck it. I take pictures of the cars and shit. Bring down the police station. Build a case against them, right? What's the charge? Motherfucking felony harassment. They ain't doing shit to you. There they are. They trying to keep me off my square. That's what they doing. Nah, sir, according to the law, they ain't doing nothing to you. And according to the law, I don't have a case. And I ain't got time to do the same shit they doing. There's a whole bunch of them motherfuckers, so they follow you everywhere. So I don't have time to sit up here and be like, okay, blah, 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 this, right? I'm telling you, it was one time, it looked like 25 motherfuckers following me. I'm looking. And they all staring at me, following me. I take a left, they take a left. I take a right, they take a right. Like, ain't this a bitch? I said, fuck it, I stopped the car. They start circling me and shit. Going by you and shit, flying by you. Yeah. I'm telling you, they got these fast cars, they got these loud ass cars. I mean, some of them got good jobs. You know, I'm like, oh man, this is a pain in the fucking ass. But now I'm asking my people, how do we deal with this? But I'm getting y'all involved. But I'm taking this racism. I said, fuck, there's gotta be some white supremacy shit. They don't like niggas. Because there's white folks, Mexicans, and some niggas involved. I'm going, this is ridiculous. You niggas are sold out too? That's how ridiculous it is. I'm not gonna say I'm at my wit's end, but I'm gonna still maintain the attitude that I had. But I think it's time to expose this information. I think it's time to let it loose and talk to my people about it. So I'm bringing it right here. Get these motherfuckers out of here. Because I can see again if I did something wrong. I ain't do a goddamn thing wrong. And these motherfuckers is like straight harassing me. And it's been going on for the last 9 fucking months. Okay? 9 fucking months. Non-stop. 24 hours a fucking day. I look up, here go these motherfuckers. And it look like no ending in sight. And like I said, according to law enforcement, they're not breaking the law. So they know the law. They know the consequences for what they do. So they don't give a fuck. According to them, they ain't doing enough. Because they're not speaking, they ain't saying shit. All they're doing is following me. And they let me know by physically showing me that they're there. If I go to Riverside, right? They'll fly right by me. Like, yeah, we got you. I get off the exit, they get off the same fucking exit. Take a left here, they take a left. I take a right here, they take a right. Wherever I go, the motherfuckers park right across the street. I walk across the street, they scatter. 9, 10, 11 cars. And then some of them, I know where they live at. I'm like, what the fuck is this, man? What is it? What the fuck is it? And some shit that I'm trying to say, okay, how do you deal with this shit? Now, mind you, I'm sick. I got a heart disease where I done had 2 heart attacks and damn near died. And they saying I could die any day now. Okay? If I don't take this medication, I could die. They said stay out the heat. When I go in the heat, I feel like I'm gonna faint. Like I'm gonna pass out in the fucking heat. Sometimes I can walk fast, sometimes I can't walk too seconds. I gotta stop and breathe. That's the shit I'm physically going through. And then I gotta deal with this shit. Okay? So you see what I'm saying? I got other shit I gotta deal with. Never mind having this shit on my back, on my case. Alright? I can't talk to nobody about this shit. Because anybody I try to talk to, nah, nigga, he tripping. So I got a big pile of shit on my plate. And I didn't put it there. But I gotta eat this shit. I gotta eat this bullshit that I didn't even ask for. I didn't serve this shit up. But this shit is happening, man. And I'm not at my wit's end with this shit. I'm just ready to deal with it. But there's nothing to deal with because according to the law, I'm looking at the law. And
you know who he sound like? He sound like Rockwell. You remember that song?
No. Sing it.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Yeah.
Bro, this nigga right here is literally the 2023. I mean, this is that. This is the instrumental. This is the acapella. That's what this is. This is the acapella right here. Man. Yeah, it's hundreds of them. They've been watching me for 9 months, 24 hours a day.
Right.
And when I run over to them, they run away. Like, bro, you are wild for some of them have good jobs. Like, wait, what?
One was a fireman.
Yo,
girls flashed their high beams at me.
Bro, this is wow. It's really scary because you could be out and you could be one of these people that he runs up to or that somebody thinks you a part of something or whatever. That's why it's important really to try to stay out the way. Don't be nowhere you ain't got no business because you don't know what type of people frequent them places. And you really don't want to be in no weird position like somebody larger and stronger than you walk up to you and start asking you questions that you don't understand. Seriously, it's a very scary position to be in. And you don't know what you would do next. Or if you prepare to do anything next, because it could go downhill super, super rapidly after that. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be dealing with somebody that is in a delusion that believes you are part of a operation that been going on for months, plotting to kill them. So he got to kill you first or figure out, you know what.
And when Misunderstood was at the cabin, we had seen, and she also stated that there's cameras everywhere. And he had did a video where we were counting the cameras and the devices, like he has like 30 computers in one room. And it's not like set up. It's set up like some freak body ass porn shit. Like he lures bitches over there to like record them having sex.
Wow.
With him or whatever. I don't know. But I got videos on that. And that's, you know,
damn
facts. It was really creepy. It was really creepy. We got 2 minutes left. Let's play that and then we could talk.
Okay. I showed the cops the pictures. They said these are just pictures of the same different cars. How do you know that they're the same car? Let's look at the license plate. He said, yeah, but there's a whole bunch of cars like this. I'm like, man, every license plate is different. The cops stopped making excuses for them. And then they downplay it. Well, we can't do nothing about it. What the fuck? If that was a councilman getting this shit done, it'd be some shit done. But I'm not a councilman. I'm just an average citizen. Okay? But where and how do you say enough is enough? Okay, I'm an old school Black Panther. Bobby Seals, Huey Newton. Right? We did shit differently. But you can't do that shit today. The world is integrated. The stalking shit is a tool that they use to try to destroy the minds of the strong. And then they throw a wrench in your shit to keep you thrown off and doing some other shit. And it's a constant harassment. And yes, it will throw you off because now you got to worry about this shit when you should be worrying about some other shit, like my health. This is some bullshit, man. And I'm doing this by myself because I can't talk to nobody about it because nobody wants to listen. Nobody wants to hear it. But the bottom line is, I don't give a fuck. So am I supposed to say fuck it? I don't give a fuck about it? No, I've never done anything like that. I've always had a conclusion to my shit. If I got into some shit, I try to fix it. If I can't fix it, I handle it the way it's supposed to be handled or try to handle it anyway. I've never had a mystery like this where I got to keep the door of mystery open. And that's the conclusion. It's just a fucking mystery. This ain't no fucking mystery. There's a bottom line to this shit. There's somebody in charge of this shit. There's somebody calling shots on this shit. Somebody's running this shit. And it needs to be investigated. Well, how do you open an investigation? You turn around and do the same shit that what they doing. You follow them motherfuckers. You take their fucking license plates. You run their license plates through DMV. You find out where they live at. You go to their house and you say you are subject of a motherfucking investigation that's going on because you following this motherfucker around town. And then you put a restraining order on his ass. That's how you begin to stop the shit.
Oh my God.
So that's the edit. I will be dropping that. Also,
oh my God. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. That was an ending. That was a nice ending right there. That was epic. Oh my goodness. My man said what he got to start doing is taking people's license plate numbers to the DMV and then show up to their house and let them know that they are subject to a motherfucking investigation for following him around town. Bruh. It is really people walking around outside that you just cannot fathom what they're thinking. Like you can't imagine what's going on in the next person's mind. You know, they might look attractive, they might not look attractive, they might look big, small, skinny, young, old. You have no idea based on how a person looks as to what it is that they're actually thinking. They might look mad, cool, and inviting, and the whole time they think you think you somebody that's a part of a larger scheme to possibly kill them or torture them.
That's a fact. That is really creepy. I also want to point out this because I don't know if Polite's trying to act like his birthday was when this video came out, which I think was today or yesterday. But this girl is like singing him happy birthday, right? And the caption is, oh fuck, I hate when it does this. But just listen though. So the caption is, thank you for the tremendous love and support. Like he's claiming that this is his solar return, right? Sent me a gift of incredible gift for my solar return. Now let's listen to what she says though. Why is she wishing him happy birthday 7 days before his birthday? Is he trying to portray to people on Instagram that that's not him on maybe the website, or we don't got our facts right or something? You know, this nigga works subliminally, but this is just, you know, you can't see the lady. But
today is a very, very, very special day because it is Brother Polite's birthday. And Brother Polite, I just want to say that you are so extremely important and monumental in the Black community. And I want to show my gratitude to you by singing you happy birthday. Happy birthday.
All right. I just wanted to point that out for a second. God damn, shut up. I just wanted to point that out because I'm not trying to like reach here, but it just is very strange that this man had posted this and it's a week before his birthday. His birthday is the 17th. I can pull that up too. Of you got something?
My bad. Yeah, I was trying to.
I can look up on Dade County to prove that his birthday is on the 17th, right? Or was it the 10th?
No,
but the fact that he got some girl
or
in here,
or the 1st. It's either August 1st or August 10th.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yes, it's one of them two.
But the fact that she's up there talking about he's a great leader in the Black community and all that, and blah, blah.
Because I think that it might be a few people on your page that didn't really see the video. So I just want to opportunity real quick to just show them this class, just in case a few of them had missed it.
Oh, yeah.
We been for us. We been over here doing double overtime, working 2 jobs, right? I went to school for 7 years or so. When the hell do we watch our children? You ain't got no time to watch your children. You too busy. So who's raising our children? The drug dealers raising our children. Batman who's supposed to learn sex from me. I don't know what your father's taught us about hard sex, how to get married and everything like that. It's choices. That's reality. Being uncomfortable. We don't really talk to their children about that. And who's going to teach our children if we don't teach them? You see, we're going to be uncomfortable, then we're going to be mad at our children about their physical pregnant. So it's our responsibility. These are the things that we have to start addressing. But we address a lot of the metaphysical strikes. But we ain't really going to follow students about oral sex, how to get married and everything like that. They choices. Our mothers and fathers taught us about oral sex, how to get married and everything like that. They choices. Maybe they don't see us in the sex community. Our mothers and fathers taught us about oral sex, how to get married and everything like that. They choices. That's reality. Being uncomfortable. Who don't really talk to their children about that? And who's going to teach our children we don't teach them? You see, we're going to be uncomfortable, then we're going to be mad at our children while they're physical pregnant.
Ouch.
Sex ed with Brother Polite and Africa Bambaataa.
That's sick. And I just seen Africa Bambaataa digging in his bag. So yes, his birthday was yesterday. But just the fact that old girl was, up there and she was acting like, happy birthday and all this and that, like he's some bomb ass person or something like that. Like, that's crazy.
Well,
But also what's crazy is you showing that clip that you just showed, because that's wild. Like, when niggas is running with Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah, that's the
in the same room as them and all that.
Yeah, teaching sex ed though. That's the craziest thing. Yeah, we need to teach the kids about the giving head and penises and yeah. When did your parents teach you about this? We got to teach our kids now. Like, yo, bro, hindsight is 20/20. People could not really fully understand what was being communicated at the time. But now when you listen to that commentary, like, wait, what were you talking about exactly? Like, I thought you
Saneter was there, and Ice Cube and Ice-T, and
Saneter was there because Saneter and Africa Bambaataa was partners at the National Black Theater. So this is how you get to see these lovely footages, because this is how Polite is on stage teaching sexual education with Africa Bambaataa.
That's disgusting. Like, I just, and who runs into this many or is around this many like predators and shit all the time?
Only Saneter.
I mean, something ain't right.
Only
Something definitely ain't right. But yeah, this has been crazy.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed this evening's edit.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. That was like a movie.
It was. Yeah. It was an hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah. That was like we just all went to the movies real quick and seen some wild shit. If we was at a movies, what would that clip be called?
The Africa Bambaataa clip?
No, the whole clip of Saneter, the whole clip you put together.
I don't even know.
As a movie, what would you name it?
I don't even know. I would need time to think on that one. If it was a movie, that's like permanent. A video, you could change the title 100 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
pick a name.
I don't know.
Pick a name. You got to come up with
Confessions
something.
of the Apartment of Consciousness.
The
Apartment
AOK.
of
The AOK.
Apartment of
Man, the AOK. The Apartment of Consciousness.
Sandusky starring Sandusky Studios. The Frankie Sandusky story. I like that. Surviving Frankie Sandusky.
The Frankie Sandusky story. That might be epic right there. That might be it.
That's a mess. This is a mess.
Yeah, that might be it right there. That shit funny as shit.
This is a mess right now. Like, I don't know. These niggas is wilding, bro.
Nah, it's epic. It's nothing else you can say. Niggas go big. This shit is amazing. It just gets crazier and crazier the longer you look into the story. And the more people you see, like, over the years, you know, like, out of all the battle rappers that was in those battle leagues, how did Battle Truth wind up going over to Saneter's?
Don't make me find that clip.
I'm just saying, like, how does that happen? Like, how do you get that guy? What is he doing?
How do you get Sinful the P?
Yeah,
how do you get real G's TV talking about you fucking it up for the sugar daddies?
Bro, that was epic, man. That was epic. Yeah, I need that clip. You fucking it up for the sugar daddies.
It's in one of these edits. I got it somewhere.
Yeah, I need that clip. That's hilarious. That's one of them. But seriously though, that paranoid, that's crazy right there. That really sounds scary, bro. That really sounds scary, man. That sounds scary. You have no idea what really be going on with these people. And my man is really like one step away from going off the deep end. He's literally one. Think about what he's saying. Think about what he's admitting to. He's running. He's chasing people. Yo, this is crazy.
I would say in a Battle Truth situation, right? If y'all don't know, Battle Truth was, I feel like pulling it up. I'm gonna, because the video's right here. It's only 10 minutes, but I will say only in the Battle Truth situation do I feel like, because I did go on to look up, did Saneter call out Battle Truth, and he did host live streams where the girlfriend or whatever of Battle Truth went on there and talked about him having sex and a baby allegedly with her daughter and acting like he wasn't the father. So I really quick just want to play this as well, because I didn't know anything like about that. Saneter had even looked it up.
But guess what?
Or anything like that.
Even to this moment right now, Saneter got this guy's videos and debates up, generating money off of it.
Yes, he does though. He does.
These things is really a part of his play, where he'll do stuff with you, and then at some point it'll become advantageous to him to go against you, but it's all just for the moment, for whatever angle he could posture up that works better with the audience. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I'm glad that you brought up that he does have videos up of Battle Truth too, because I don't want to just make it look like he just exposed Battle Truth. No, he's still profiting off of.
Yeah, he's from House of Consciousness.
Exactly.
And he got debates up with the Hebrew Israelite brothers, and Saneter's getting money off of these videos. And see, that's the thing where it's like Sa's trying to fake distance himself. If Saneter's going to really distance himself, he has to show people that by taking down these people videos. This guy, if he raped his daughter and you got to take the Battle Truth videos down. If Polite is guilty, you got to take Polite
but he's
videos
not gonna
down.
because he would have to take so many videos down, the Sinful the P ones. He would have to take them down. I don't care that Sinful has passed away. He still needs to stop profiting off of predators and uplifting them in a light like they're here to help the community, because they're not.
That's
like,
a fact.
he's tripping.
He really got to delete all them videos, because that's wild that you really making money off the intellectual property of these men and further pushing the agenda forward. You know, just like you showed in the edit earlier with Saneter, was like, bro, you've been scamming, boom, boom, boom. Don't let me let everybody know how you use my platform to rob. When I played them clips last night, I showed people Polite getting, mingling around with Saneter and Africa Bambaataa and the hip hop, the old school celebs. And then a cut from one of those old school hip hop celebs, Granddaddy IU, saying Polite, pulled the fast one on him and robbed him for, about $4,000. Told him he was, told him he was buying the house, got the money, and then vanished with the money. So I'm saying, like, this is a pattern that
keeps going on and on, y'all.
Yeah, and Sock, is trying to like absolve himself, but it's, I don't think it's possible at this point in the game. Like,
see, with the Battle Truth situation, it kind of reminded me of the Shaka situation, the Shaka Amos situation, where he was dating a woman. I guess Battle Truth at some point in time claimed that wasn't his daughter that he got pregnant, but in the least bit, he was messing with a woman that he ended up having sex with her daughter. It reminded me of the Kelsey story, and then you got Saneter out here doing the same thing. Shit, I think if Nature Boy's, wives were older and had their teenage daughters there, I think he would have been fondling on them too, or even young girls. Like, this is an issue. And then the fact that it's just rampant like this, like,
who's to say that he didn't though? Because he said that after he do what he do, he let the children. You know what I'm saying? So
true.
We don't know how many.
That is molestation, right?
Yeah, we don't know how many kids he did that to.
Right. That's true. That's
true. That's a secret that'll go down right up until somebody put out the tell-all, because those things are coming.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Those things are coming from those girls. That's once that situation begins to break down, and the only thing they have left is the story of it, then we'll find out some other, some wild shit, because Nature Boy and them was doing pornos too. They had an OnlyFans, and they did up-to-date gay pornography. Up to date, not the old.
Yeah, because if y'all didn't know, Nature Boy did gay porn with the guy that was playing the doctor. It was an old Caucasian,
with an old white guy, yeah. But no, they got up to date new pornography with a transgender person.
Yes.
Yeah, that's epic right there, bro. And
he slept with another, a transgender person that had HIV.
That's who Saneter is saying. That's who Saneter is appointing as, leadership for the youth. Follow Nature Boy, follow Young Pharaoh. Like, this is, if you're lucky, you could be like Polite,
That's sick. Let's watch this video on Battle Truth right quick. It's 10 minutes. I'm gonna drop the link to this video. Oops, I did not mean to download it. That was stupid as hell. All right. This is by Battle Truth 1 UFO or something like that. Let's take a look.
Mama. When I was 20 and she was 15.
912 ambulance, 75-year-old male, back pain, 211
Hey, do me a favor and answer this question real quick, bro. Who is Jerika Baker? This young lady is known around your family as your oldest daughter.
Do a show with my daughter, my oldest daughter.
2 years ago, Battle Truth had a girl that he said was his daughter on his stream, and she had a 2-year-old son by the name of Micah.
Come meet my people. This is my grandson, Micah, y'all. Yep, Micah. I think he finna be moving in with his grandfather, along with my daughter.
There's video evidence of him sitting there, and you can hear Jerica in the background. And he's talking about Jerica. He's saying, "This is my daughter, and she had my 2-year-old grandson." And he's saying how his daughter, Jerica, was lying to him about having sex and stuff, and he was laughing, joking like a father, like, you know, you've been having sex because how the hell you got a 2-year-old baby?
Along with my daughter, might get them their own channel. Y'all think I should do a show with my daughter, my oldest daughter, called Not Keeping It Real, when I had to find out about him?
I see that, right? This is Battle Truth. This is a screenshot of Battle Truth's Instagram, and that is Jerica's hand on his Instagram. Jerica's hand is holding up her baby. Now, this is Battle Truth Instagram, December the 7th of 2017. This is 4 years ago. So, wow. So this is Jerica's ultrasound of her son, Micah. And Battle Truth comment on his channel posted this and says, "About to be a granddad for the 3rd time." Also, look at this name right here. Last name Baker, then a comma, Jerica.
Whose name is Jerika Baker. You're Gerard Baker, right? Okay.
Bang the fucking gavel. Baker, comma, Jerica.
Grew up with, like I said, my 2 sons and all of us. She's been around all her life. There hasn't been a break in us being around her or knowing who she was. He's never made assumptions that Jerika wasn't his child up until recently when this stuff came out about him and her having intercourse and her being 4 months pregnant by him.
Damn. So this was just like his daughter. Like his daughter. He done changed the diapers and all that. She grew up calling him daddy.
Correct. And slips and says it to this day. She calls him dad.
Okay. So this happened at the age of what? That she got impregnated?
I believe Jerika's like 21, 22. She's 22. My son is 20. She's 22.
She's 22 now. He's like 47,
49, something like that.
Oh, wow. Wow, this is crazy, man. What went through your mind when you found out all about this? And you have 2 children by him, yes?
Correct. It's 2 boys, his first boys.
Oh, man.
Me and my son was having a conversation, and he kind of, Gerard went to him in a confident moment saying that, well, trying to get my son to agree with what was going on. He instructed him to stop calling Jerika by sis, and that from now on she would be considered as his stepmom. This disturbed my son, so of course he called, and he's like, "Mom, come get me," because he's at his dad's house. "Come get me. I don't want to hear this. I got to tell you something, but I got to tell you in your face." When he gets with me, he's crying and he's telling me what his dad just said. And he's like, "Mom, but that's my sister." I tell him, like, "Hold on, just let me figure out what's going on first," because I'm thinking I can talk to Gerard and see exactly what was said or to find some kind of something that wasn't true about it. I don't know if you're very familiar with him, but he's a very cocky guy. So him being the guy that he is, you know, he talked this little stuff or whatever. And he didn't never tell me, no, that he wasn't having sex with her. He just kept trying to reiterate to me that that's not his daughter, that she had a blood test with some other man.
Pull out the gun, raise you up, just to pop one in you like Battle Truth.
So you've heard him say out of his mouth that that was his daughter?
Yeah. What?
Yes.
No. Oh.
The last fucking conversation I'd had with him, when I say, so the person you was referring to was the motherfucker you calling your daughter? The man told me, we was on a 3-way phone call. The man told me yes. I said, so her little boy is the one you was calling your grandson? He said, yes. And we're on a 3-way with this phone call.
You called her and you said something about him proposing to her. Was this a conversation you and Battle Truth had?
Yes.
That he was planning on proposing to her. So how did that even?
No, no, sir. Not planning on doing shit. It was already done.
Oh.
They already engaged, what I was told.
Pull out the gun, raise you up, just to pop one in you like Battle Truth.
Exact words out Erica's mouth. I know you're not lying because my brother's woman, who Jerika messed with, tougher than she messed with me, came to her and told her, look at this ring my daddy bought me with his sick ass talking about marry him. This was way before I even told this.
It's just bad.
Did that. Now say I'm lying.
So here's Battle Truth lie. Battle Truth lie is he met this stripper.
The girl, 24 years old, she's the dancer.
Once he got the stripper's real name, he realized that's the Jerica Baker 24 years ago when that stripper was born. Her mother, he had sex with her mom, and her mom tried to say it was his, but it was not his. So in Battle Truth mind, he met a stranger.
Man, I didn't even raise the girl. I didn't raise the girl at all. She was raised by her grandmama.
He never knew her, he said out his own mouth. He never been in her life. He just saw a grown woman stripper. But from seeing this grown woman stripper, he knew from that name that people may have an issue. So because of that, he bought a DNA test. That's his story.
But we already knew. Her family know. I know. Her family knew. She be with her father out of town, in and out of town. You get what I'm saying? So that was no big deal thing. But I need paperwork also. You get what I'm saying?
So in Battle Truth mind, he met a stranger. He never knew her, he said out his own mouth. He never been in her life. He just saw a grown woman stripper. Battle Truth says, never knew my kids' worst enemy would be their own mother. I got a 13-year-old daughter. She came to live with me when her mother got arrested. She went to school every day, good grades, had her own room, TV, phone, computer, radio, DVD players, shopping every week. We did Bible study and prayer time. Oh, I bet y'all did some prayer time, Battle Truth. No problems whatsoever. Her mother gets out months later, want to take her back to live with her because she got custody. Not even a month later, your daughter's smoking and she got a boyfriend. Oh, I bet you was so jealous that your daughter got a boyfriend, Battle Truth. I bet that burned your ugly ass up inside, didn't it? Hoe ass nigga. She got a boyfriend and she failing in school and she disrespectful and she ran off. I try to talk to her mother about it because she telling me she can't control her. So I'm like, give her back to me. Yeah, give her back to her dad to give her that special treatment, you fuck nigga. So I'm like, give her back to me. I got her. You ain't got to worry about nothing. She like, okay, but never show up. I call back days later, like, what's good? She like, we talked about it. I'ma just keep her. I wonder what they talked about to make her just keep her, Battle Truth. True enough, a few days later, the same thing. I call, like, bring her to me. You see, she don't give me no problems. Ugh. Yeah. It's best for her. She starts an argument with me like, run your house your way. I'll run my way. Come to find, she moved her lesbian lover in the house and my daughter is rebellion.
When I met my baby mama, when I was 20, and she was 15.
She actually was 13 when she got pregnant and 14 when she had Jerika.
What?
Oh, my mercy.
The hell?
Yeah, she was 13 when she got pregnant. She had Jerika when she was 14.
And how old was he?
Sure, older than me. He had to be at least 29. At least 29.
She was 13?
Yeah.
Call me a rapist if you want to. Call me a pedophile if you wanted to. But that's how things was back then. Period. And that's what it was. Every person was for themselves. And that's how come things is a little bit different now, but it still goes on. Still got girls lying about their age. Still got girls with fake ID. Still got girls attracted to older men. It's still happening, man. I'm not condoning nothing again. I'm just telling you how it.
So that is that. That was a lot right there. Shout out to the mother that came out and talked about it. Salute to the victim in this situation. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say that girl looks a lot like Battle Truth. Same nose, same type of like face structure, in my opinion, except for she didn't have like a mustache or a beard of any sort, or like a goatee. That looked like his daughter, in my opinion.
Definitely.
And that's just really sad and unfortunate. It's crazy that all these people just keep colliding in with the HOK.
The AOK.
Like you said, Saneter still has videos up, propping this dude up, as well as I said, the ones that were calling him out. But still, he's generating funds off of the, uplifting ones, trying to promote him, basically.
Yeah, and help them fish for new victims. Queen, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you for coming
Cat,
up.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Well worth the wait and staying up. That shit was hilarious. Hurry up and end this video so I could go back and watch it from the beginning.
Just rewind it. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody wants to come up. But I appreciate you for coming up and things like that. Your insight and stuff. You guys make sure that you go check out Enki's page. I had that video up, but the last one that you and Malik did. Hold on, I'll grab it and put it in the chat. It was definitely informative, since Saneter tried to throw him under the bus on the, whole situation, a very old ass video and shit like that. I feel like before Chuck Morgan and other people like Tar and other people were really putting the information out there so you could see it in your face. You know what I mean? But whatever it was,
crazy.
I thought it was a good build.
Crazy. Definitely. Again, thank you. Thank the audience. I'm out. My bed. I'm past my bedtime.
I know I kept you a little bit too long. Shout out to Inky as well for coming up. Let me see. If anybody wants to come up and talk or whatever, speak their mind about what they saw tonight, I definitely will allow it. I got about 45 minutes, an hour left in me. This was a lot to go over. There's a lot going on, a lot of pedophile protections. What's good, Unseen? Is that you?
Peace.
What's good?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, it was good. How you doing? You did some
I'm
good
good.
work tonight.
Thank you.
Do I have a delay?
No, I'm putting your mic up a little bit. You was a little low. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to point out a couple things. With the Real G's TV, let us remember that when that thing off with misunderstood, Saneter put up a video like clowning Real G's TV. Remember when he was like, "Man, this grown man called me crying."
Yes,
he was talking about Real G's was telling him about how his marriage is falling apart and how he don't know what to do. So Saneter been clowning this dude. He attacked him on that. And I think it's just thoughts, by looking at how all that played out, that Saneter felt some type of way about, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, this ain't fact, that real G's intercepted, misunderstood. I'll leave that there.
Definitely
Now,
could have happened. She's right up his alley. Go ahead.
Right. Let me hit on one more thing, because I've noticed some videos got took down. No, we ain't going out like that. So let us also put in here and remember that Judah Nazareth also called out Nepal for losing her doula license for child molestation accusations. Now,
we need some paperwork, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I heard those accusations before on this channel, but before, he never said she told him directly. He never said that. He said, there's been some accusations. So that's why I heard it before. Now, this last time he said it, he put his hand on the Torah and said she told him that directly. So my point in saying this is, when she attacked me because I brought up the fact that when they were on the panel talking about child molestation, I came up there and brought up the fact because they were talking about an Israelite dude marrying a young girl. And I said, okay, this goes both ways.
That was Kofi, right?
No, it wasn't Kofi. This is way before that. Okay, this was when there was like a 40-something-year-old Israelite guy out of one of them camps married like a 15 or a 16-year-old girl, and there was this big outrage over it. So I had came on the panel and I was, agreeing this is wrong, and I said, let us also remember that women, do these things too. And she attacked me right off the rip, and it's been beef ever since. So the other day, when this situation came up and Judah put his hand on the Torah and said Nepal told him directly that she lost her doula license over pedophilia accusations, people could, I forgot the sister's name, I talked to her earlier today. She came in on the panel and said Nepal was triggered when you brought that up. That's why she attacked you like that, because what she had been called out for.
Right.
So my purpose in this is I'm gonna put pressure on them to find out what really happened, what's going on with that. Because not only is he doing business with pedophiles, caping for pedophiles, protecting pedophiles, apparently, allegedly, according to Judah Nazareth, he's sleeping with a pedophile. So I'm not gonna let that go. No, we gonna get to the bottom of that and find out what happened to your doula license.
And then Nikki Chanel, because that's out there, and Ben already came out and said, can nobody take away what he saw? So we have just a group of pedophiles. There's probably other women involved. I noticed other women that's on the pod side attacking victims and, kind of instigating shit, like Dulciana and a couple of the other chicks. But yeah.
Yeah. So, and just let us not remember, I don't want to be winded. Let us not forget that even in the Malachi Z. York case, look how many women aided and assisted him in what he did. So this is not a gender war or whatever. This is a right versus wrong war.
Right.
I just wanted people to get that through their head.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay on that, and I'm gonna try to dig up some things, and because
there's a number of things. Yeah,
it seemed like everything connected with these people is something that's off. But go ahead, I'm gonna let it go. You did a good job. I'm back in the chat.
Thank you, Unseen.
Peace.
What's good, Def Jabster?
What's up? What's up, QT? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, I've been wanting to catch up with you and talk to you, family. I want to apologize to you for that crazy ass live stream that nigga did the other day,
It
where
was
I
all
don't,
lies. I ain't
huh?
worried about that shit. It was all lies. I got a video.
Nah. Look, I don't even whether it's true. Nah, here's what I'm saying. Let's just say it's true, right? That's not what we do. Right? Like no matter how we feel as men, because see me, I've seen a lot in my life, and
That's his
I
second
come.
time doing it though.
Oh well, that's what he. But no, that's what he do. What I'm here to touch on is okay. I'm gonna get specific. I didn't want to go here, but the whole thing about your husband beat you with a baseball bat and left you for dead. Like, bro, sorry. I'm highly disappointed that you would even try to weaponize that, bro. Right? And as a man, I want to apologize for that even being said. It's not even about it being true. Let's just say, but I'm saying if it is true, then that makes it all the more worse.
Right.
I understand we butt
I mean,
heads.
there was domestic abuse there, so he's
Right.
victimizing and trying to victim shame because he was saying, "What did I do? What's
Crazy."
He said, "What did I do to make him beat me?" Like, is that you clearly didn't feel that way about when that man allegedly beat your mother and you know,
What?
slashed him in the face. You know what I mean?
And,
Go
and
back
see, and this
in
is
the
this is
edit.
what
It's there.
like I don't even want to do like I don't even want to do the tit for tat with the nigga. Like my
Right,
thing is
true.
as a black man, I was just highly disappointed in that. And I want you to know there's a huge pocket of us. We are not okay with that. Whether they contact you, like I literally caught you like, oh, hell yeah, Shion. I'm coming on here to say this. I'm not trying to get into no HOK type of whatever, like, but at the end of the day, that's not anything a man should say to a woman, let alone a black man. Like, period. It should never we should never go that far. Like I said, I want to apologize because you shouldn't have to hear that shit, period, from none of us. That's just crazy.
I appreciate that. I do.
That man, that's all
I
I
didn't
wanted
even.
to, because it's been bothering me. Like when I watched it, I ain't gonna lie, the nigga hurt my feelings. But I didn't know we could be, and you know, man, look, we out here in the world, but that was some heartless, cold-blooded ass shit to even say. And I don't know, like now, I don't know, bro. There really ain't no coming back from that.
I feel that. I definitely
Yeah,
feel that. That nigga grimy as hell, bro.
grimy.
He knew he was grimy because he lied on several other people as well as me, and then took the shit down. But I
Yeah,
got it.
I
I
noticed
got the
that.
portion about that he said about me, and then I got Sister Nandi's video where
Right.
she looked at it and shit like that. So it is what it is. He tried to say that me, Sister Nandi, Sister Noble, and Neo X wanted to fuck him. Like, why would we want to? And then that's another thing too. We know that Saneter records everything and he keeps receipts, right? He went back on Inky's receipts to motherfucking 2021, 2022. You know what I'm saying? So we
Right.
know he keeps receipts. So where is any of that proof? There's the audio. He records phone calls. Where's the audio? I keep saying that. But there is none. And he keeps coming out with the same lie. That's why I was like, I made a video debunking him, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep that in the corner pocket. That's already done. I would just need to go in the video and state, you know, that this happened a while ago or whatever, you know, give some context to that. But it ain't like the nigga tripping. The nigga's tripping. Like, and we're not finna play this type of shit where we're gonna do that or whatever. At the end of the day, I'm holding you accountable for statements that you made, Saneter, and that's what it is, period. Stop the deflecting, stop pointing the finger and acting like I'm the bad one and shit like that. Because you're not, like, we're not doing that. So, what's good, Preach?
What's up? It's been a
I ain't
minute.
seen you in a while, yeah. I hope you good. I hope you good.
I'm chilling. Hey, this right here, man. Listen, people people. It's almost like when a conspiracy theorist. Let me cut the light on so I can see me. Y'all can see me a little better. All right. It's almost like when a conspiracy theorist say something gonna happen and nobody believe it until it happened. You know what I mean? And this is the thing about it. The royal family is a special place. I just want to say this to all YouTube. The royal family is a special place. It's the only place on YouTube where we all keep it 100. You understand me? And situations like this are going to happen. All this stuff, you know how people talk about all this stuff. You know how people talk about like the truth come out when it's supposed to, and people show their true colors and all that special shit. We really like get into the thick of it. Like y'all must have forgot when I was on here and I was telling Shaka he could catch a fade with me. Yeah, and y'all must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot when she was on here and Saneter was on her panel copping pleas because we was asking him legitimate questions. I'm talking about months before any of this stuff came to light and started being the thing. Months before, like as soon as the polite thing even became an issue, Queen jumped on it and we followed the lead.
And I showed you what they said out of their mouth.
Verbatim. Period. On video. Verbatim on video. Everything is recorded. Everything is saved. You feel me? This ain't gonna be no, what they call it? The Mandela effect, where they can switch it up. It's all recorded. It's all on video. Ain't no time machine you can jump in and change it. We really was on the videos. We really was having them conversations, and now it's coming. And I'm mad. I didn't get in the position to be on panel with my dog because I like the herbalist, the homeboy, the herbalist.
Yeah.
He's so funny. And when he was talking about how bro was acting paranoid, acting like running up to people, asking them if they knew who he was and all this stuff. That was funny. That was real funny. But the real issue behind the matter is the cabin in the woods stuff and all that stuff. It was, oh, y'all lame. Y'all getting into people's business. Why you care so much? But then when other people start to inquire about the situation that you feel like are more important, now it's important to you. No, that's not how life works.
Right.
Life works like if it's important to one person, then it should be important to everyone who cares. So even if it's one person that cares that person is getting robbed in the park, once they find out that the person that got robbed is someone that owns a business that has to pay 1,000 other people that live near the park, that work in that area, now you care? No, you should have cared when they were getting robbed because they're a person getting robbed. I know that's a weird analogy, but it should matter on the same level.
Right.
It should matter on the same level. And so now we're seeing that, and we having these conversations, and it's almost like in I told you so moment, because we saw it. We saw the little thread, when the thread come out the side of your shirt and you pull on it and it start to take all of that, and next thing you know, your sleeve is gone.
Right.
The whole outfit coming off of these niggas. Hebrew Israelites talk about they wear clothes with no hems in them, right? These threads is coming off of these. Saneter has been Saneter for the longest. And the sad thing about it is, coming up, like I told Saneter when he was on the panel, bro, there's a lot of young black men that I know that will never jump on a panel, that will never acknowledge your existence on the internet because they so gangster, but they listen to you. And I talk, and I know a lot, and I know a couple of them, and I know it's other people that feel the same way. They will watch your stuff. They will never acknowledge you. They will never super chat. They will never make themselves known, but they listen to you. And they feel like you got something to say, and they feel like you're bringing together the community. But when all that stuff started coming out, they start falling back. That's what hood niggas do. As soon as they see some sideways stuff, they're like, oh, I'm falling back from that. Because that's not street. That's not gangster. And the streets know that. So when he was on the panel, he was acting like he didn't understand what I'm saying. But you from the streets, right? You had to feed your mom with drug money. Like, nobody believes stories like that, bro. It just sounds like you're saying stuff that sounds good. To try to,
I mean, and the amounts that he was caught with were very small smoker amounts.
You call them smoker amounts. You want to know what the police call them? User amounts.
Right. True.
The police literally call those user amounts. They don't call them because my dumb ass, when I was younger, I thought I could put a nickel bag of weed in a pack of Newports and ride to the store with my homeboy with the tail light out. We in a white neighborhood, so they automatically whoop whoop. He pull into the neighborhood, he throw the pound out the window because he got a pound on him. He throw the pound out the window in a dark shaded area, and then they pull us over. He find a little nickel bag in my. I thought I could hide it in a Newport box. It's dumb shit. And he pulled it out. He's like, "Oh, this is a smoker amount." I said, "This is a what amount?" He called me. I thought he was calling me a smoker. Because I thought he was calling me like some kind of fiend. That's back when I used to smoke weed.
Personal use. Yeah.
That's what he said. And now he was like, "No, this is like a personal use amount." But he said smoker. He said this is a smoker amount. But he meant personal use. And I didn't know that was a term. And I was like, "So what do you mean by that?" He was like, "Well, it's less than an ounce. And it's not bagged up in multiple baggies." So yeah, because they charge you different. He was like, "I can't determine that you would try to sell this because it's only the dumbest drug dealer in the world wouldn't even do that." So I was like, "Oh, I get it now." So for you saying that he was caught with such a small amount, it's like if you was dealing drugs, you had to get real lucky to get caught with real small amounts multiple times, or you wasn't dealing that much drugs. Because I know people that hypothetically, if I was, hypothetically. If people were dealing drugs and I knew them, they would have more stories about how they were caught with different types of quantities other than small amounts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely not the Nino Brown of the area. Definitely.
Right. More like
more like the Tyrone Biggums that learns how to hustle off of other smokers and shit. You feel me? Like, oh yeah, give me 80 and I'm gonna put $5 in and I'm gonna go, and then he getting the plug from his dealer because he done did this so many times, and then he giving them a little ass hit and shit. You know what I'm saying? And he running off with the rest of this shit.
These roast sessions never get old. How about Saneter defending his homies and double talking, and it's caught on camera. Look, y'all act like y'all don't see this. But it's okay. It's all right. Because just like Queen Storm be saying, it's other eyes that be watching this. Inquiring minds that are law enforcement officials.
And that's a big fact. That's a major fact. Okay.
They watch this and they look at it like how we look at it. Like how
So when you see Saneter go live at 2-3 o'clock in the morning in New York, geeked up and lying on me and several other people, know that he's unhinged. Know that he knows that people are watching too. Other people. Not just people that'll be like, "Oh, he's fucked up. I don't like that shit," or expose something else about him in the chat. No, like people that are bigger, like trust and believe. So he better quit playing these games. This is not a good look.
It's a fact. And I appreciate
He's supposed to be the grandfather of the conscious community. You're setting a very good example of what not to
do. Hey, look, Saneter. Like I said, you came on the panel before. I tried to have a conversation with you, and she tried to have a conversation with you when this whole thing came out about the Poe Light situation. And y'all like to use words, like in the conscious community, y'all like to use words and turn the phrases. Let me turn the phrase. That man's name is Poe Light. His light is poor. It's dim. It's lower vibrational. I'm a poet. You feel me? I could do that too, but I don't do it to get into people's pockets. Anybody can do that shit. use words and phrases to manipulate. You were supposed to be feeding real information to black people to help strengthen their minds, bro.
That's a fact.
And then you turn it into a pedophile ring. And I'm going to say it just like that. Everybody you associated with got some kind of allegation or accusation with a child. Everybody. Imam Bashir, Chaka Amos, Poor Light. And he was scamming people. They tried to suppress those stories. Light did an interview with an accuser of, what's his teacher's name? What's the dude that's locked up for doing weird stuff?
York.
Yeah, the New York dude. He did an interview intimidating / interviewing one of the victims, and he clearly looked in duress. That's what the courts would call it. He looked scared. Like he didn't want to say what
he's scared.
Right.
Who you talking about though? Wait a minute.
Remember, it was a light-skinned dude sitting on the bench.
Oh no. I thought you were talking about York when he took his plea.
No, Polite interviewed a guy that was
Tariq Noel. You're talking about Tariq Noel, the light-skinned dude.
Who's Polite's teacher? That he calls
Malachi Z. York or Dwight David York.
You put it on your channel where Polite was interviewing some light-skinned dude that was accusing him of messing with him. Right, okay. In the interview, you can clearly see that he was in duress. He wasn't like really answering questions straight up. You can see his body language. It looked like another video that reminds me of some kid from New York that was getting his pockets tapped, and they were trying to act like his friend. You know, you can tell when somebody's in duress and when somebody's answering questions willingly and when they're being scared.
Right.
And Polite literally, and the sad thing about it is, I watched Polite in the bookstores, them old grainy YouTube videos that you can't pull up no more, when he was really giving real knowledge and dropping gems. That's when I started watching him, when he started dropping those in those old bookstores. And so these things really were rooted in real knowledge, and it really got corrupted. So people have to watch these things and really look at it and see that money really does corrupt. Like ultimate power corrupts ultimately. Like you give somebody some power and you really find out who they really are. Saneter is an old dude who was trying to push some knowledge, and you know what the sad thing is? It seems like he really did mean well, and then and then he just got kind of caught up in this. I don't know what the conscious community was supposed to be, but it's almost like they masked themselves as conscious people so they could come in and just gain some kind of power. Like I don't because they use the power to do weird stuff. Like it's no reason why all of you should have different unique types of allegations and evidence against you. I mean, are you trying to say that they're doing y'all like the Black Panthers?
Right.
Are they really? Is the CIA really infiltrating you guys' lives?
It can't be, because 6 semen stains on Polite and some of the other people have already been convicted. So it can't be that, you know. And in my
that's
opinion,
what I'm saying. Like y'all couldn't even. Y'all can't even spin it. You can't even spin it. Like you can't even spin it. And the funny
thing is sick.
And look.
What the fuck? I could not believe like that we really got to go through this shit. Like this shit is wild as hell.
We looking at it. We seeing how it's unfolded. And you know what? The government, you know what the funny thing is? The government just said that aliens exist, right? And you know, nobody cares. Nobody cares. You want to know why? Because everybody got bills to pay. We got more things to worry about than aliens. Because chances are, if aliens are here, right, and they're smarter than us and they got more technology than us, the only thing we worried about is how you going to stop these bills? Can you make this energy go? unlimited so it can cut off my electric? How about clean the water and tell us how to get the water from the ocean and just send it back, and then we don't got to pay for water? So we like, if it's not about money and saving money on these bills, we don't give a fuck about these aliens. You are polite. You the alien. If you drop down with this fake ass knowledge and you trying to dip into these young girls, into their world, into these children. Saneter, you brought them all on the spaceship. Shaka, Imam Bashir, and he always got on my fucking nerves. He got that lisp. It gives me bullied in 6th grade.
Oh, he ain't got no teeth in his
trying
mouth.
to fit in. Yeah, right. He got to eat Uncrustables. That's his diet. Uncrustables and applesauce and like I don't know, wonton soup. That's his diet.
Yogurt. Nigga be eating yogurt and Jello and shit.
It gotta be Greek. It gotta be Greek yogurt because he's a man of God. It gotta be kosher.
Yes, true.
It gotta be clean. Can't have nothing unclean around that.
I don't know, the way he built though, it do look like he is, gummed down a few 10-piece chicken wings or something like that. A platter and shit like that, child. So he getting it. I don't know if he putting it in a blender and drinking it, but he drinking the calories. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to fat shame the nigga, but
gumming down a box of KFC chicken is crazy.
You know how long that would take? That would be like taking him to Outback and buying him a steak and shit. And telling them, all right, when you're done with this, we'll leave. Well, you gonna be there all day, they gonna put you out.
Imagine watching the gum down a Popeye's biscuit. You know that thing dry.
Facts.
He man, he gonna have to eat it in one shot because he can't bite a bite out of it. He gonna have to put the whole thing in there.
That's what I'm saying. I think he parades his food. You know what I mean? Puts it in a blender like baby food.
Is there a person that Saneter deals with that has not been accused or convicted of anything that has dealt with sexual?
Not really.
What about the atheist?
What
about the atheist from DC? The atheist from DC. He ain't been accused of nothing. He cool. I forget his name. He
the man that worked behind the counter or something. The woman that checked him out at the grocery store or something like that. Like things like that. The man that he saw when he walked into the store last. I don't know. A couple of people that passed him while he drove down the street. Not many people.
The dude that told him it was cool to get a water cup out the McDonald's when he had no money.
Right. Facts.
He filled it up with
Sprite. That was at the Apple store when he bought that latest computer.
Mm-hmm.
The man, them, just random shit.
Random people walking around. Hey,
nobody,
but I don't know my brother
in his life though.
No, I don't think it's anyone that. And I told Saneter this when he was on the panel. I was like, I'm sad. I don't want to do this. I know Queen gonna roast you. I'm gonna roast you with her, and it's gonna be fun because it's funny because you did this to yourself. I mean, the only way
when he tried to say that he didn't flag me, and he was like, "I've been stopped flagging you," and you were like, "Wait a minute, you just said you've been stopped flagging her." You know what I mean? Like,
I listen to people. I listen.
Nigga went from I don't flag you at all to I've been stopped doing it.
Exactly.
He a trip.
I mean, and if it wasn't for all this shit, Saneter wouldn't be that bad. But the scamming, the pedophile shit. I mean, that's unforgivable. You know,
the scamming is one thing. I get it. To get in the bag, we could have looked over it. We could have been like, okay.
But we could have been like,
man,
that's
why we got preach, bro. That's why we here now. Right, and you said something very profound earlier when you was talking about like how there's a whole pocket of dudes who we might not really say nothing, but we paying attention because we feel that you're impactful and you really got something to say, right? But every time we look up and we try to work with this guy, he's just showing us problematic things, right? Like, to me, the latest is the stuff he said regarding QT. You heard this ridiculous. I don't even feel comfortable repeating that shit, bro. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but this is what you do, bro. You tell dudes' moms to blow you down. You be wishing death on people's family. Like, bro, you're a wild guy, bro. And after a while, it just gets draining. And you suppose you the godfather of consciousness?
I'm gonna be right back. Y'all go ahead.
I wish I had a godfather. I don't have one, but if that's what a godfather is, we got to reevaluate what that means, because I never knew that was the behavior, you know. And I'm not saying everybody else is right all the time, but I know that you put yourself in this position, right? You're gatekeeper per se, like you get to say who come, right? You're extremely influential, man. Dudes like that, man, you got to stand for something, bro. And part of this, man, we've kind of like created this in a sense, because how long has been going on, Preach?
I've been watching.
When was the first time you felt there was a problem?
Okay. Like I said, I've been watching Polite since he's been doing speeches in bookstores, right? That's when I first started listening to what he was saying about like back to Africa. Because at the time I was a devout Christian. I was fasting and praying into the word of God. But this young black man is having these other black people listen to him. It was because I knew about civil rights. It was giving me Malcolm X, Martin. He was standing up talking to his people. He has face tattoos. He's talking about Africa, and I'm thinking he's got this new knowledge and this new thing, and it released a lot of endorphins in my brain. I'm like, he's on to something. And so then I started getting. Then I didn't know what the conscious stuff was on YouTube. And then I started, like, because I would always search like Polite and what he talking about, and then he started having debates, and I was like, oh, he debates people. I like debating people. I like to do research. I love to do research. I like debating people. I don't think I'm the smartest person, but I like to learn. Debating is the best way to learn. If you think you smart and you talk a lot of shit, somebody else that think they smart is going to think they smarter than you, and they probably talk a lot of shit. So I learned that if you listen to somebody that think they smart and think they on your level, the worst thing that's going to happen if you know how to listen and communicate is that you might learn something. That's the worst thing that's going to happen. You'll lose a debate and learn something. So I was like, I'm all for it. And then this whole conscious community wave started. And then Saneter was like, I'm on 183rd. I'm standing out here talking about Jesus was never white. He could never be white. Right? So I'm telling you how as a young man, you
breaking it down, right? I'm listening.
You laughing because you know that's exactly how it went for a lot of us. That's how we followed it, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
100%. That's exactly how we followed that shit. We saw the shit and we saw how it was, and we was like, this is the trajectory, and that was the trajectory. And it was like they're sitting here shaming white people in the middle of the street about how they lied to us about this, and we was following this shit. And I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm not drinking because I already had my faith in me. So I'm like, you don't drink no Kool-Aid, but you listen and you learn, and we followed the shit through. And I'm like, this conscious shit, I was starting to rock with it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, this nigga Shaka, he talk about Africa too. And I'm like, this person, they're all talking about Africa. And then I'm like, okay, what is Quebec? What the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, everything is everything. An ant is God, your mama God, the crackhead on the corner God, everybody God. I'm like, oh, that's what Kemet mean. Okay. And then I started learning about the Apocrypha and the Book of the Dead, and they talking about the scales weigh you. And I'm like, oh, this shit kind of makes scientific, spiritual. I'm like, okay, they getting into some shit. I'm thinking they getting into some secret fucking knowledge. Next thing you know, they fucking with kids. I'm like, You did all this shit. You did all this shit to tell a nigga that his chakra is in his asshole, and you got to activate it by licking.
Just sick.
You did all of that so you can eat a nigga booty and scam somebody for some money and play with somebody's daughter. You did all of that so you could play with a little girl and lick a nigga booty. You filed for that, bro. You're wrong for that. That's why I just looked at it.
Purely sick and wild, you know.
You
and
did
then
all
the
that.
fact that he went in on Battle Truth, but other people with same or similar, he was quiet about or doesn't want to jump out the window. Like, nah, what y'all niggas is doing is sick as fuck.
Yeah, same shit.
Because I will say, if we did a roll call, there is definitely a serious sexual misconduct problem going on in the conscious community. And I know we could say, well, look at Catholicism. I've done that already. I used to go to Catholic school. So we could always
play the same thing. Yeah.
Right, we could always play that game when one of us get caught scamming, right? How Boyce Watkins tried to do with the Jay Morrison shit. Okay, now you want to bring up all the money that the black community gives to Popeyes, or we might misappropriate on tangible items. Like, I hear all that, but when it comes time to address this, why can't we address it? And I'm personally happy that some of y'all that took it upon yourselves to just keep your foot on their neck.
Fact.
Because there needs to be a motherfucking audit. See, you know, I'm a business owner. We be getting audited and shit, right? Oh, this don't add up. This don't make sense. I have questions. Either I can answer the questions or I can't.
Right.
Right. Either I'm doing good business or I'm not. And I'm looking at the audit. This business ain't looking good.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny?
Right now.
I hear you. I ain't mean to cut you off, but I'm gonna just say something that's very important to the conversation that we're having right now. I'm a devout Christian. I believe that Jesus Christ died and he rose in 3 days. Queen Strong has mentioned many times that she has a different type of belief system. But we're sitting here on the same panel in agreement with this shit. And not one time have me and her ever had an argument, a disagreement about beliefs, or none of that. Because you know what connects us as people? We believe in a moral, some kind of moral standard. And we're on the same level with that moral standard.
Yep.
Not one time have I ever cared about how outside of that, none of that. Because we both agree that when it comes to babies, innocent people, and all that, we on the same level. So if I believe in that, and I confess that I believe in Christ and his divinity, and she feels a different type of way, and I don't feel like I need to convert her, or she feel like she need to make me look at it in a different perspective, right. and we still have that same perspective on the same moral standards. What does that mean?
Right.
And it's been years.
I was just gonna say that. It's been years.
I started watching Queen Strong when I was living in the 2001 Honda 3-4 years ago. I tell people the same story every time.
Bro, what you just said is that's how I feel about it, because I was raised a Christian, but I'm more so am a comedic as far as my thought process, you know, doing the history and all. But at the end of the day, all that shit, I mean, it's information, and information is great, but my moral compass is my moral compass. And these cats is crazy with,
right, like, I don't care
with just like I don't understand how all these dudes got in this position of leadership. And I'm doing like the little finger thing, the quotes, because that's, you know, I guess you're in leadership, but how you in leadership and you niggas moral compass is so flawed. I just don't understand. Like, example, how do you get yourself in certain situations? I mentor youth. I dealt with all type of shit. How do you get yourself in that situation, Polite? I don't understand. How do you get in a situation to where you even have to explain certain things, Saneter? Like, ain't no Nikki. Then Nikki's your niece's friend.
First is his niece, then is his cousin, then it's his mom and sister's daughters on goddaughter.
Then Renintech, where Polite
How
has
does this
just gone
happen,
in.
Pre?
Like it just keeps happening over and over and over again. And they said that there was accusations or people had thoughts about York years before he was exposed, and that's normally how it goes.
Hey, can I say something?
Come on,
go ahead.
I'm gonna just be real blunt because I feel like it's necessary. I like to step in the shoes of people, but I don't like to do it too much. But this is what forensic investigators and CIA agents do. Hey, can you mute your mic?
Dabster, yeah, he's got
feedback. Yeah, he got a little bit of but it's okay. But see, this is what people do to catch criminals. So I'll be trying to put my feet in the shoes of people that think like this, right? So they have this type of ego that's going, right? It could be fueled by anything. It could be fueled by insecurity. It could be fueled by just, sexual urge or preference or whatever. People like what they like. But when you get into a position of power, it really shows the measure of who you are as a person. It's a great quote. The measure of a man is what he does with power. And when they get into these spaces, their true nature comes out. The true nature, when they really feel like they can do whatever they want to do, when their true integrity is tested, because integrity is a word that I like, because integrity is a word that really strips away all the BS and just gets to the core of who you are as a person. That's that person you are when you're tired of everything. You don't feel like you just tired. You're just done, and it's like the end of a long work day. Are you gonna mop that last little corner and get that piece of dust up? Or are you just gonna say, man, I worked so hard all day, that little piece of dust don't mean nothing? Are you gonna get it up, or are you gonna leave it there because you feel like you don't work so hard and you tired and you done, and it's the end of the day, it's 2 minutes after your shift, you supposed to been gone by now, you supposed to been in the car, you sweating, you supposed to been in bed? Is you gonna sweep that one little last piece of dust, or is you gonna leave it there because you feel like you deserve to leave it there because you done did enough? That's integrity. And when you put it in a sexual sense of what you desire, right? If you really have these hidden desires, right, or you really have hidden intentions, then those intentions been there the whole time. So whatever kind of motivations you have to get to the top, it sounds real sinister. It's real sinister. But your real intentions to get to the top is nasty underneath. But people ain't gonna see it until you get to a point where you feel like you can cover it up. See, that's why it messed people up so much when it happened, because they're very charismatic individuals. Like, see, I'm gonna come from a Christian perspective, how it talks about the Antichrist, how the Antichrist is gonna be very charismatic. He's gonna be good with people. He's gonna know how to talk to people. He's gonna know how to have conversations, gather large crowds, influence people, be very influential. Was Polite not that? Let's lie and say Polite was not very influential.
Right.
Let's lie and say Polite was not very good with his words. Let's lie and say Polite was not very charismatic for a long time.
Most cult leaders are, though.
Okay.
Or predators are, yeah.
He was for a very long time until, like Dick Gregory said, we started to see the crack in that fabric. Till that thread started to pull. Right?
Hey, so look, this now
he wasn't a real boy. He was Pinocchio.
I just say this real quick. When was the first cracks you seen in the fabric? Because a lot of us, bro, we've been knowing certain stuff for a long time. Even before we knew it, we kind of knew this shit.
You want me to
bro.
be honest? I'm gonna
Yes,
be honest.
sir.
Not gonna
Yes,
lie to
sir.
you. One of my favorite videos on the internet. When motherfucking ISUPK told him to cross that line, and he tried to make it like a thing where he was like, "I crossed that line."
You mean Captain Tazariak? Captain
My bad.
Tazariak is supporting. It's supporting.
I'm not talking about what
predators.
they.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Just wanted to put that out.
Right. No, say that again, Queen.
Captain Tazariak is supporting predators, people that have been, at least one person that's been caught and found guilty, and then of victimizing a child. And then there's General Yahana. There's information coming out on him, but no paperwork yet, and he is from ISUPK.
What's up with him?
Is General Yahana like Tazariak's dad or something? They look
Wait a
oddly
minute. I've been looking
familiar.
I've been looking into it.
Similar and shit.
I've been looking into it. The hierarchy, I got it. Maybe I got it kind of fuzzy. Hebrew Israelites don't gang up on me and wear a whole bunch of unhemmed garments to stand outside of my house. I don't want to smoke. Right? I'm just going by what I think. But from what Yahana is like, I don't want to do it like a pyramid, so we'll do it like a football team. I think Yahana is like, all right, and the Dallas. Let's do a team that everybody knows. Dallas Cowboys, the old white dude that look racist. He, the GM. That's I forget his name, but everybody know what he looked like. When I say Dallas
Jerry
Cowboys,
Jones.
Everybody, okay. Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones, the old white man with the white hair. He's the top dog. He oversees. He owns the team. Okay, that's Yahana. Tazariak is the head coach, right? And then the light-skinned dude that they keep coming at, talking about he not really black and shouldn't be an Israelite with the braids. He like the offensive coordinator.
Katazar.
Yeah.
He like the offensive coordinator, and then you got everybody else. That's the rest of the team. The special teams coach, defensive, and so I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. I saw the crack in the fabric when I would listen to Polite say certain things about him living a certain gangster life, when he would talk about certain like violent situations that he might have or might not have been in. And I took those for what it was, because I didn't know. But then when he had the whole cross the lines video with ISUPK, when he was like, I crossed that line. They were like, you better not cross that line. He's like, I crossed that line. You better not cross that line. It looked like a Love and Hip Hop episode. Them niggas was playing around.
Yeah, they had a whole bunch of follow-up videos after that on Saneter TV and all that.
Thank you. They played off of it like it was on VH1. And once I saw the theatrics behind that, I said, "This shit, they playing." But I put it in
very Love and Hip Hop esque.
I put it in the back of my mind. I put a little space in the back of my mind, because when I pick up on shit, I don't let it go. Because when it's fake, if I feel like it's fake, I'm not gonna let it go. If you give me any sense of fakeness, I'm not gonna let it go. I'm not gonna let it. I never let it go. So, and I'm always revert back to it, because I grew up in the hood, and I have to, in survival, you have to know who's capping and who's not, who's really tough and who's not really tough, because you have to not play with the niggas who's really gonna be tough, and when it's time to be tough. And you really have to stay away from the niggas who's gonna fake like they tough, because they're gonna run away when tough shit happens. So I'm hyper vigilant on the tough shit. So when the shit started acting tough, I'm like, okay, who are the real tough guys? And I was like, okay, this seems weird. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep that in the back of my mind. And that's when I saw the crack. It was a small crack. It had nothing to do with kids. It was just simply integrity and crossing the line, right? What you're gonna do in that moment. And when nothing happened, and I'm not saying I wanted to see something happen, But I'm just saying, why would you even engage with a conversation with a group of men that are standing on the corner screaming, say it, speak? Why would you even engage with a group of men that's on the corner dressed that are what did they say? Read, right?
Yeah,
why would you even engage? Why would you even do that when you know that they say don't cross? They're like a group of little kids. This He-Man Woman Haters Club. This is our club. Don't cross this line. And you're like, I'm gonna cross the line. And it's like you're antagonizing them. Like, are y'all playing a game or y'all grown men out there? Because if I really believed in that, and I believe that God told me to stand there and not tell me nobody to cross that line, as soon as he crossed it, I would have broke his fucking jaw. So what are y'all doing? And to my knowledge, he never crossed the line. Right?
No, not at all.
Right? To my knowledge, he never crossed it. On the side of out of all the respect to ISUPK, he never crossed that line. So, but it still seemed very theatrical because he got too close to the line. You know? And so once I saw that interaction, that was a little crack in the fabric. And there was a couple of debates after that when I was trying to follow the debates, and they were letting the debates be live streamed and being seen by everyone for free. And then once they started making the debates so that everyone couldn't have access to them to see them anymore, that's when I really started to get suspicious. And that's when the weird stuff started happening during the debates. Right? Because I'm like, it's for the community at first. You want everyone to see all the information that's coming out. But now as the money's increasing, the production value is increasing. Oh, now it's exclusive. It's not on
It ain't
YouTube.
really the production value is increasing. Well, they're not investing more money into it. It's just they want to make money off of it.
Thank you.
That's
So
what
once it started to become Hollywood and TV, and everybody started to get into the groove of making it Hollywood and TV, and it started to become like we're promoting this event instead of saying that it's two men that really have two schools of thought, and they believe that this other man, this one man feels like his perspective is truly flawed spiritually, whatever, based on his knowledge. It was that. When it was that, then it was really something that could stimulate your mind and help you get somewhere intellectually and spiritually. Once it stopped being that and started being like boxing matches and wrestling events and battle rap, then I was like, okay, they're all for this Hollywood shit. Eventually it's going to become, they're going to fall into that Hollywood fold, whether it's drugs or fame. And when they all fall into that, they all fall into their deepest indulgences, because the money's going to come. Somebody somewhere in some pocket of the earth that's unseen in a shadow space is going to throw money at them for them to push that narrative into a certain direction and to promote what they want to have pushed. And that's where it's going to go. And that's where it went. Where did Polite go? He went from New York to Hollywood. That is how far is Hollywood from New York?
3 time zones. Shit, I'm from Seattle, so where y'all at is probably 1:30. Where I'm at is 10:30.
So this man,
so 12:31 where I'm at.
Huh?
It's 12:31 where I'm at.
Okay, so yeah, so see,
I'm here with you. I'm here with you, sis. I ain't tell you where I was at, y'all.
Hey.
Yeah, we as far west as we could be. I'm gonna tell you, man, when I started just noticing shit was hella.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just making the correlation. This conscious man for his community jumped straight to Hollywood. Then what happened when he jumped straight to Hollywood? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that in my eyes as a Christian, Satan does his work the same way all the time. He just used different people in different vehicles. He moved him. He moved this man from being a conscious individual that loved his one wife in this bookstore to having multiple wives. He moved all the way to Hollywood where the weird stuff happened. And now his true colors come out, and he trying to involve himself sexually with younger women. Like it's It's a pattern that I've seen multiple times. I'm a grown man. I'm 31 years old. I've seen it too many times with celebrities. And all I'm saying is y'all need to pick up on the patterns. Ain't nobody Nostradamus. Ain't nobody rubbing no crystal ball. It's common fucking sense. You see what I'm saying? That's one thing me and Queen Storm can agree on. It's common fucking sense. It's common sense. I don't care about what she believes spiritually. She don't care about what I believe spiritually. We both understand that if we see a baby in the middle of the street, what we both gonna do. We both understand that if we see some suspicious activity going on with a child or a person that's intoxicated or a person that's vulnerable, we know what we gonna do. And we do that on the internet.
Facts.
That's what matters.
And in real
And
life
y'all need
shit.
to, yeah, y'all need to start acting like stop acting like y'all don't see the shit for what it is. You see patterns.
But I mean, what we're dealing with is years of manipulation of people. You know what I mean? From over there, a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, you know, that was the first platform that they found, and they kind of just only watch that. And it's kind of hard, you know, you're not researching somebody 360 if you just only watch them. And then you just assume that the other people that are calling them out are liars because of that. You know what I mean? So the situation is totally capped at the end of the day. These niggas are doing the most. My eyes are dry as hell from these bright ass lights and shit. But yeah, like they just doing too much. Like it does
Man,
not even. Go ahead.
when we was letting Polite come with these just fabulous, incredible stories, right? Like I remember just hearing his stories, and I'm just like, damn, bro, you've had a hell of a life. And I know that people's lives do really be like that, but it would be like every week you would embellish some other shit. And to me, the biggest thing, right, was the thing with his mom, like where he was like, yeah, the same week I met my mom for the first time in my life, she died.
Right. You
Then
remember that.
oh man, I think anyone who don't remember that, that's because you ain't been around for it. Like, how could you forget that? Then I call it the cavity files, when he was talking about how he was a Crip superior. And I'm all like, damn, bro, how did you find time to do all this stuff? Okay, so you wrote all these books.
Right.
Man,
Which
that's
he
crazy, bro.
plagiarized from York. That's all he did.
And he
Plagiarized them from York.
And York plagiarizing from elsewhere.
Right.
So, you know, these dudes is just regurgitating shit. But that's what these master teachers do, though.
That's a fact.
These master teachers is master scammers. Like, there's a long history of this stuff, man.
And it's unfortunate that it had to come to this. Like, I'm not saying that, even though I don't do religion or whatever, but you know, I'm not saying that there's not a space for that or there's not a need for that. Sometimes people adhere to that because it helps them change their life or continue on a path, right, of righteousness. But this is not it.
No,
Nah, man, I mean, like they say, leadership starts at the top, but in the conscious community, leadership really starts from the bottom. These niggas be bottom feeders.
Devania
Right?
said Forrest Gump.
Facts.
I like that, Devania.
You know what I'm saying? Most of these cats, when they come to us, they don't really have anything going for themselves. They just be fishing.
Right.
You know, niggas talking about astro projecting. I ain't sparing nobody. Young Pharaoh, he's up in there too. He running around leading our people astray just because you smart.
He tripping. Oh my God. Somebody had sent me a couple of clips of his or live streams or whatever, and he was supposed to come in there on business and he was just twacked out. In my opinion, it looks like he's on perks or something, like something ain't right. Which is unfortunate. And he came from Saneter, but I haven't heard no, you know, accusations of, you know, child abuse, but domestic violence, yes. You know, and other type of things, the scamming. You know, some say $2 million he scammed, some say 500,000. That's money right there.
Yeah, that's big money. Hey, look, this is the thing about it. You know what's the trend with this conscious community? The funny thing about it, a lack of hard work. Ask any one of them when the last time they did a hard day's work.
Thank you, bro. These niggas don't even be having jobs, B.
And all the words across all the religions say some version of, if you do not work, you do not eat. You need to work. You need to get up and go do something productive. You need to go
Because I
sweat.
don't rely on my donations. I mean, they help and shit, but I don't rely on my donations. They just literally sit here just to collect donations. And they're not even like having the same debate 350 times, and then at the end of the stream, Saneter checks his cash app and only one person donated, or petty little super chats and shit, because you're not really feeding them nothing. People are tired of that. People are waking up. We in the age of information right now. You literally carry a computer around in your pocket, purse, jacket, hoodie, whatever, which is also called a cell phone. Like, he's not the only source for real knowledge, and a lot of that shit is stepped on like concrete.
So fuck. Hey, look. When I watched the whole Nature Boy thing go down, I don't know if everybody followed it, but I followed it. It was interesting to me. Because once I found out there were small children involved, then I started watching. Then I was like, okay, are these babies okay? Like, because I didn't know that they had small babies on the compound.
That Nature Boy situation was mad nasty, bro.
Yeah, that they had bread on there and shit like that. Was there accusations that the children were molested?
No.
I know that there's a rape
We're not gonna
allegation
put
of an
that.
adult.
Well, I'm not gonna say that, but we
we're
all
not.
heard
Hold on,
what he
let's
said.
make this clear. There were never any allegations of the children being molested. Never.
Besides the comment out of Nature Boy's mouth
Right,
where he
about
stated that.
showering and touching them, and that's the only thing. But other than that, no. But I leaned heavily on the physical abuse and the sexual abuse against the women that were of age, because he most definitely is a sociopath.
Facts.
And he most definitely had sexual intercourse with every single woman that was living in that home whenever he wanted to. I have no doubt about that, because they fully invested in that alpha wolf pack mentality. So if he decided he wanted to get up at 2:30 in the morning when them cameras was off, drunk or high, and go into the room with one of them girls, 100%.
You gotta echo Dabster.
Got you.
She came and did, like, I 100% believe that happened all the time. I 100% believe that happened all the time. And
I mean, we watched fights that he would correlate. Remember the one at the river or whatever? And I kept saying that one of them girls gonna fall down and crack their head open or whatever, and the old girl got bit.
Yep.
Like, the shit is crazy. It was just a matter of time. But he was trying to emulate also Dr. Malachi York or Dwight, York.
He was trying to structure. He was trying to structure it into something. He was emulating something. I could tell he was emulating.
He wanted a compound. He really actually had one for a time period there, but
how y'all hear about him? How'd you find out about Nature Boy? Saneter. That's
right.
He bring them all to us.
I mean, I found out about Nature Boy because I was in the black sector and shit like that, and which is different from the conscious community, but there was a lot of content going on about what the hell was going on there in the beginning and throughout. So I talked about the situations a little bit, but I don't know. Nature Boy is just, he irks me worse than all of these niggas. Like, there's just like some type of demonic, like super duper demonic energy on that nigga.
You look how he arches his eyebrows when he talks.
Yeah.
It's something deeper. And when when he said he was in Florida, I got happy. I was like, ooh. When I was in Florida, I was like, ooh, where is he at in Florida? And all them videos he made in Florida, he was super scared. I mentioned it then. It's all on camera. I mentioned it then. I was like, this man was super scared when he was in Florida because Florida dudes is grimy as hell. They gonna rob you. They gonna try to get your money, finesse you. They'll use a female to finesse you. They'll but when they come to dudes like that think that they doing something, like they think they're on some super player, like especially doing women like that.
Right.
He would have got beat up like real bad. And when he had the video of him in Florida at that club or whatever, he was walking back and people was arguing with him and he was in the parking lot. That was a real dangerous situation for him. You feel me? And he was real scared. And the females with him saved his life because Florida dudes is weird. Like I'm just saying he should not. It's good that he left like that, and it's good that he stayed in that little pocket of where he was at, away from everybody, because he was doing things that was rubbing a lot of men the wrong way, but he wasn't giving other men an opportunity to actually have conversations with him and talk to him about it in person, because he developed this persona and this personality on camera where he could try to make himself big like a peacock, like on camera. So when I don't even want to mention his name. There's a very very old man whose gas isn't working or water isn't working in his home that likes to insult women, black women, on YouTube. A very old man. I think he's missing teeth. But I was on his panel at one time because one time we were cool. And he's one of those grown folks type people. Right. So, yeah. And he decided he wanted to let Nature Boy on his panel. And so when he let Nature Boy on his panel that one day, I was able to ask him one question. I said, so Nature Boy, I said, so if you're the alpha, I said, so what happens if somebody comes into your space and decides they want to challenge you? He said, nobody will ever challenge me in my home. I'll make them leave. And I was about to ask him a follow-up question. And then the guy who was running the page, he's one of these grown folks type dudes. He's old. He don't know no better. His teeth is falling out. His gas don't work in his house. He thought he paid his bill, but he didn't. So his lights is about to cut off. And he's living a sad life. But he wanted to interview this young man. And so this guy cuts me off and he's like, stop asking so many questions. Well, let's get back to these ladies. How many ladies you got in your house? They fine as hell. And so the conversation just went on from that. So that's when I knew I wasn't gonna deal with, grown folks, they have their ways. And I can't deal with certain grown folks,
Right. No, I feel you. I feel
you. So they can't keep track of their teeth. They can't keep track of their relationship with people.
Bro, stop it. But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all, because today is Saturday, and my kid's finna be up, and I got some things to do. Y'all school shopping, child. Oh my god.
You got a whole bunch of parcels. You got a parcel and purple.
Also, Parper, school clothes, shoes. My daughter about to get locks on Sunday, so there's that. I'm just saying. So I'm gonna try to get an edit out or whatever this done by Monday or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna lay it down. Otherwise, I ain't gonna be able to fit everything up in there and shit, y'all.
That's what she said.
You sick as hell. Sick as hell.
I ain't sick. I ain't never been shit. Hey, listen. Thank you for letting me up in Clean Stone. It was nice seeing you. You know,
No
I'm
problem.
back.
Anytime, preach. I missed you.
I mean, look, I gotta show the love to the people. They gotta hear the real. Hey, Shaka, your muscles is deflatable, nigga. Your muscles is deflatable. And Saneter, go to the doctor for real this time. You need to get a real blood test. Stop going to your cousins. They don't know what they doing.
Right.
And polite. Keep your booty hole tight, nigga.
I'm dead.
I'll be
We
easy.
gonna go over some
I love
prison.
you.
Okay, we gonna go over some prison rules before Polite's next court date. But thank you, Def Dabster. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
No, man. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure. I'll catch you when I can again.
For sure, for sure. Definitely appreciate you. So, shout out to Sister Nandi, Sister Nandi, um, Dr. Inky, definitely, Tar, Shaka, um, just everybody that was in these clips and stuff like that. um it's definitely important that a lot of this stuff is coming out. So if you have a clip that you want to send to me, you can send it to me here at Queen's Throne, the number 9 at gmail.com, and I will definitely look into it. But yeah, there's a lot going on, so we gonna keep our eyes focused on these situations or whatever. Like I said, I got some things to do this weekend on some other type of shit. And my daughter's getting locked. She's so excited. I told her to wait a little bit, but that was like a year or two ago, and now she's 14, so she can properly take care of them and knows the responsibility and stuff like that. And that this is a permanent thing, and she's excited for her dreads to get long. So um I'm excited about that. So we're gonna do that. And then, but I will be back Monday with the edit for you guys, and we'll take a look at what's going on as far as what comes out, because I could imagine Sonnet is probably gonna run to his channel and play the victim and this, that, and the other, and have a whole bunch of things to say, compiled with more lies or whatever. But all that shit in that stream that he said about me, that he took down, that shit's cap. I already have a video to debunk it, but I'm not gonna drop it yet. I'm gonna wait and see how they play. You could never in your life like shame me with the lies of a bitch that I cut off because she's not shit. She abuses children. So with that said, Royal Family, thank you to everybody that has freshly new subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you. If you forgot, hit the like button, but thank you for everybody that did subscribe. Shout out to everybody that sent me donations. I really appreciate it. It does take time to find these clips. A lot of the times I'm finding them. I like to do that. As well as look at the raw footage of it as well. And then also, do the editing and stuff like that. It does take time. And there was a storm today, so it took like 4 hours for the edit that we looked at to upload, and it just stopped raining right now, which is crazy as hell that my stream is about to be done. But I'm tired, got things to work on. But salute to everybody in the royal family. I said, yeah, tonight it was really the whole afternoon. Like, it was raining like cats and dogs. I was like, damn, like it was really bad. So shout out to Sister Nandi though. The Sister Nandi went in with that edit, and I definitely support her. So check out people's channels that's really talking about stuff. Look, we're going off of Saneter's words. Nobody is, misappropriating his words or trying to just lie on this man. This man said these things, these people said these things, and that's all I'm interested in. The truth is the truth. So much love, you guys. Stay you, stay royal, stay uncompromisable, and please stay woke, because you will see me or hear my voice in another edit or live stream. I appreciate you guys so much. And I did miss you guys because I missed Thursday or Wednesday's live stream, but hopefully we can stick to the schedule. But I hope this edit made it up to you. I will try to get this edit up on Queenstone TV, possibly, and edit it or whatever. But we're supposed to get storms all weekend, which is going to be a pain in the ass. But much love. to you guys. I'm not even going to play anything on the way out. I'm just going to get the hell up out of here. Y'all stay safe. Take care of them kids. Protect your children. Yeah, shout out to Bill Gates as well. Shout out to all my moderators as well. I appreciate you guys. Bye-bye. See you Monday.